back.
Hello.
We are back.
I don't like that.
What don't you like about it?
I don't like. You know what? This is gonna be my last episode.
I mean,
this is it. It's it. I'm sick of your shit.
We did it, guys. The secret plan to replace Derek worked.
No, wait a minute.
It only took 100 and whatever the fuck episodes. But you guys felt what I was putting down.
No, wait a minute.
And we did it, boys.
That was not what I
we did
meant.
it. We did it.
That's not what I meant, boys. First off,
yeah, we did it, boys and girls.
No, when the girls have a secret.
No, you don't. When you when you see this, message Derek and say hashtag we did it, because we did it.
You didn't.
We did it. We got Derek out of here.
You didn't get me.
We got him out of here. This whole time you thought you were getting me out of here, but you didn't know. Me and the Beaners were on some secret shit.
I can't believe it.
Secret beans.
You Valkyried me.
I haven't seen it, but I kind of get what you're saying. I can kind of see how the plot sort of didn't work or was trying to work.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Well, you're a son of a gun. I'll say that because I don't like to curse.
Oh, really?
I'm not cursing anymore. It's a new me. I told you, Beaners. The old Derek is gone, and he died the last episode.
Well, I don't know if this replacement's any better. Hashtag bring him back. After you say hashtag we did it, sort of hashtag bring him back. And we can get him back, Beaners.
What is the matter with you? You're a crazy man.
Oh, man.
Judging by your hair.
Oh, man,
I'd say you're actually pretty sane, though.
My hair is fucking sexy, dog.
Does your dad still growing his hair out?
Oh, his is like, I'll show you a picture. He got an actual mini ponytail going on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you guys do a side-by-side when you get home.
Yeah.
That'll be funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna post. I should post the little.
Yeah, you guys should do it. You should do it. You know what I mean? A side by side.
Yeah, but I can't grow my back. But I might
That'll
try.
Be funnier.
I might try braiding. I might try braiding it.
Yeah, braid it. You can braid it. You can twist it. You can fucking dread it. You can do a lot of things, dude.
I can dread it.
You can do anything.
You know what? I own this. I don't dread any bit of this hair.
Huh? No, like dreadlocks.
Oh, dreadlocks. Okay.
You can do. I'm saying like.
I thought you meant like dread as an existential.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Also, that's what I meant. Hey, you can twist it.
Yeah.
You can braid it. You can just sit in your room and fucking have dark thoughts about it.
I thought you were trying to slip that in there, dog.
I meant something a little different. I was gonna stay on the hair thing.
Yeah. Well.
And your options mainly is that. Yeah, I like it. You are free to do many a thing with that, my man.
Time will tell.
I know what I'm gonna do with mine.
What?
When I get to Maine.
What?
I'm not gonna. You'll see.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I already have a plan. I'll let the Beaner see.
Bowl cut.
And I'll let you see. Hey.
Straighten it. Bowl cut.
I'll say this. More crazy than the bowl cut.
Oh, okay.
So when you see the Beaners next time when we're doing wherever we film next, wherever we are.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see what I'm doing.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm doing something crazy. Right when I get to Maine, I'm doing something crazy.
Okay.
Like day 2.
Okay. Just put a bunch of lobsters in it.
What
I'm guessing.
What's wrong with you?
That would be crazy.
Yeah, if I sent you a picture of me with a bunch of lobsters in my head, you would be like, "Oh, that's fucking lost his mind."
Yeah. Oh, that's a funny joke. You're like, "No, I'm keeping it. I own it." And I'm like, "Okay."
Would you also be like, "Oh, this is why he went to Maine"? He actually lost his fucking mind.
Well, I was like, "Oh man, he thought Maine was gonna help him. I don't think it did."
I don't think he's fishing. I think he's just putting lobsters on his head.
Yeah, I think he just needed a place where he could quietly have an intense breakdown.
But lobster. He also, it's like the thing I say about Guinness World Records, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if any person who ate like 100 cockroaches, it's like, nigga, that's what you wanted. You didn't do that for the record. You just wanted to eat a bunch of cockroaches.
I feel what you're saying.
You know, nigga, if I went to Maine and just put lobsters on my head, it's like, oh, he always wanted
yeah.
That's really.
Oh, damn. Is that why he was so angry? He did yell a lot. Is it just because he never had lobsters in his hair?
Yeah, he never wanted to talk about any of these movies. He never wanted to do stand-up, football, none of it. It was all just
to get to Maine. He could have gone.
Yo, I'm sure you guys are like, what the fuck are they talking about? Don't worry about it. It's our podcast. We can talk about the fuck we want to, man.
We also will talk about the movies that you see on the
sometimes.
thing.
But we get to it when we get to it, baby. Sometimes we like to tickle each other.
Oh God!
We like to tickle each other.
All right, so I watched the Last
No,
Dragon.
because we gotta let them know what day it is. They don't even know what day it is.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Today is motherfucking Game 5, nigga, of Dallas Clippers.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Tonight.
How wrong was I about Portland? My God.
Oh, you were very wrong about Portland.
Yeah.
You were kind of right about the Mavs.
Yeah.
Going back to your earliest predictions.
There was what's the beauty of this is I just get to keep on making predictions.
Yep.
And no one can stop me.
No one can. Dude, that's what great. Who's in here? Just me and you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Somebody try to stop. Hey, somebody stop us on from making a crazy prediction.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make one.
Rockets all commit ritual suicide. Game 4.
Okay, Jesus Christ. I thought you were going to say, I literally thought you were going to have a Rockets opinion, and wow, you kind of did. Because they will choke. If that's what you meant.
I mean,
is that what you meant?
By
they
ritual suicide, I mean losing a playoff elimination game. And just in the most Rockets way. Oh, my God. To lose Game 4 by going 5 for whatever, like 27.
Dude, shout out to Schroeder and Chris Paul.
Shout out to Mike D'Antoni for never having a plan B, huh? Mike D'Antoni.
Live or die by that 3, brother.
Yeah.
You've been doing it since 2004.
I know, right? At one point, did it ever occur to you to just be like, hey, just on the sideline, drive to the hoop. Just say that. Just say that. You guys are going cold from 3. You guys are already up. Just put in some easy 2s.
Well, you were up like crazy because you went 8 for 8 for 3. So,
yeah.
hey, this is me. I'm not, look. You went 8 for 8 from 3, and then you went like 3 and 26 or some crazy shit.
Right.
Look, man, the moment we go 8 for 8, of course, I'm like,
Keep
nigga, make it rain.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
Chuck him.
Nigga, the moment we miss about 5 to 8 in a row, that's enough. We don't have to get to 27.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying, Hassan?
Yeah.
Are you mad at them that they made 8 in a row, and then you shoot another 8 and you miss 8? Hey, we made 8 in a row. Of course we're going to keep shooting.
You keep going till you get cold, but it's like blackjack. Once the table gets cold, you get off the table.
You fucking get up and you make a layup.
Because what happened with OKC? Did they shoot a bunch of 3s to stay competitive? No,
Chris Paul, mid-range, your bitch asses to death.
Yeah.
Schroeder took you to the basket.
Yeah, and they both had amazing games, and then they got to the line.
And then they beat up when there was time.
You get to the line. That's your thing. So I don't understand, especially Harden, why you wouldn't just keep trying to attack the rim because you get foul calls. You're good at
no one can guard. No human being can guard you.
First of all, you're great at basketball. Then you get foul calls, and you're also good at embellishing borderline foul calls. So clearly,
you're a GOAT.
You can get
to
that
level.
The line. And to not even with that Bort guy, I don't know his name. I think it was Bort, who's guarding you well, but has 5 fouls in the 3rd quarter, and you don't attack him physically.
He doesn't foul out.
He doesn't foul out.
He just D's you up.
That's like if you keep attacking the rim, eventually one day he's gonna catch you.
No one attacked the rim though. Not a single person.
I don't. What is this? God, I was literally talking to Derek outside the podcast.
We were so wrong. Also,
yeah.
I was very wrong. I will admit. I thought that there was no. But in my head, I forgot. I will say this to my benefit.
You forgot they were the Rockets.
They were the Rockets. Yes, I forgot that they were. What do they call themselves? Clutch City.
They call themselves Clutch City.
What up, Houston fans?
Boo! Win something without banging on trash cans before you call yourselves Clutch City.
Yeah. Shout out to the Texans though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
who have never been clutch.
No, but they picked up Darren Bates, which is clutch.
Oh yeah, that is clutch. That's your first clutch thing you've done.
So fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But the Texans, fucking Rockets can suck a dick. You guys have done nothing for us.
Oh God. God. I'm mad too because I forgot they were the Rockets.
Yeah, I mean because we both picked them to sweep.
Yeah.
And
then I was telling you earlier how the Rockets are a scary team. I think the small ball lineup is something.
You were talking.
And then I watched the game.
We watched that whole game.
And I was like, why would I ever believe in them? I've watched them. I watched them for the last 6 playoff years in a row, and they have never given me anything to believe in ever.
And yet you still forgot.
Even when we had to win Game 6 and Game 7 at Houston.
I remember when that happened.
Was
there was no way y'all was supposed to do it.
Yeah.
There was no way in hell. In my head, y'all were not in the finals that year.
In my mind, I was like, we're probably still gonna do it. It's the Rockets. Q2 0 for 27. It's the Rockets. That's what they do.
Damn, James.
They're really clutch at choking.
God,
that's what Clutch City means. That's what you guys are fucking bomb at.
So I think the Thunder are gonna upset. In the Thunder when he's supposed to be a team, but they'll also let you know how great Chris Paul is. Chris Paul is a fucking champ, dude.
Yeah,
even though he's not a champion. He's like that dude has the will. That dude wills. The dude wills situations.
The fact that they are here at this moment, on a team that everyone had written off at the beginning of the season. On top of that, they have do you see how many draft picks they have coming up from the Paul George trade?
No.
From now until 2025, they have the Clippers draft picks in the first round.
That's funny.
The Thunder are sitting really good.
Oh, dude, they're looking good.
They're looking good.
You got a vet Let him ride it out. Hold him on to him as long as you can because he can get you there. You keep the fucking. You got the best 6 man in the league, other than Lou Williams, who's best 6 man of all time possibly. But Schroeder's clearly this nigga's dropping 30 off the bench. Come on, dog, and consistently, not like once. You got other young players that are really good, and yeah, man, you need a star. It's the only thing you're missing.
Yeah, they need another star.
You need one that's not old. You need a young star. But man, you get a young like you get somebody from the draft.
Well, hey,
that's gonna be a young star.
You have a bunch of chances coming.
That's what I'm saying. Your odds are great.
Your odds are awesome.
So you can get some bench players and just get one star. Maybe pick up somebody in free agency. But either way, you're fucking sitting pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, you're sitting pretty good.
How do you feel about this Clippers Mavs game tonight? That's the real question.
I'm excited. Is Beverly back? When does Beverly come back?
I don't know if Beverly's back.
That's a big thing.
And I don't know if Porzingis is back.
That's also a huge thing.
Because we also know that without either one of them, the Mavs can still win this fucking thing.
Yeah.
So that's what's scary. And I'm sure the Clippers have now realized, oh shit, Porzingis playing or not does not matter.
Yeah.
They can beat us.
Jesus. What happened, Clippers?
What do you mean? Paul George. We all know.
Yeah.
It ain't Kawhi.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
It's Paul George.
Again, what a huge win for the Thunder.
Who wins tonight? Who wins Game 5? Let's make a prediction now.
Well, judging by how wrong I've been about everything so far, I'm going to say Mavericks because that's who I want to win.
Okay.
And me saying that means the Clippers are probably going to win.
I think the Clippers are going to win tonight. Okay. You know me. I'm also cheering for them. Because obviously for the Lakers, it'd be much rather play the Mavericks.
Yeah.
But Lakers are looking amazing right now. So it's like
really
whoever has to play them, whether it be the Thunder, whoever has to play them, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with that team. But also the Jazz ain't no bitch either because Spider Mitchell is playing out of his mind and no one's talking about it.
Yeah, 2 50-point games.
No one's even bringing it up.
No, the Jazz. Well, you know why
Mike Conley's also been on fire.
You know what it is? I don't think anyone cares when the Nuggets are in the playoffs. No, out of even last year when they made it that far, I didn't really give a shit about their series.
No, I'm waiting for that series. I'm waiting for whoever to win play the next, and which is gonna be the Jazz. I'm waiting for the Jazz to now play the Mavericks and the Clippers.
Yeah,
that's gonna be more exciting.
That's gonna be exciting, and then
because even if the Mavs have to play the Jazz. If the Jazz have to play let's say the Mavs somehow beat the fucking Clippers, and now the Jazz have to play the Mavs. That's exciting because it's like, Spider-Verse, Luka.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in. I'll watch that.
2 big men too. Porzingis, Gobert.
Yeah, exactly. I'll watch that battle, and also that sounds like a really good series.
If the Jazz somehow pull it off and win the finals, what a fucking story what a fucking year in the life of Rudy Gobert.
Oh, he had a full year, baby. That motherfucker went from the most hated man on the planet for 1 second. Pure hatred. Pure
yin and yang in terms of experiences.
Of year too.
Yeah. If he wins, that's how insane.
The way they're playing now, they look good. They're not. They look. The way they barely lost game 1. Mm-hmm. And then they've stomped them 3 games in a row. Last game was close.
They stomped them 2 games in a row, and then the third game they closed them out.
They closed them out.
I was watching the fourth quarter,
and I don't think they have a chance tonight. The Nuggets.
They're playing right now, huh? Or soon?
No, they're playing soon. They play at 3. We'll catch both games.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll catch the end of that one, and then we'll catch all of the big boy game.
The game.
I'm gonna say Clippers, but that series is on. It's not done. I'm still on the Mavs, and I still think that, but it's going 7. It's going 7.
Okay, so what ends up being the better series? Mavs, Clippers, or Rockets, Thunder?
Mavs, Clippers. It's a better series now. The teams are better. It's like and that's not a diss to Rockets, Thunder. It's just both those teams are way better than the other 2 teams. The Mavs are way better than the Rockets and the Thunder, and then the Clippers, of course, are way better than the Rockets and the Thunder.
You think Mavs are way better than the Rockets and the Thunder?
In this playoff situation, yes. I think the Mavs would run through both teams.
Oh, damn.
Thunder would give them a better game than the Rockets.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Rockets would give them a really good series and then lose it at the end. What are you talking about?
They would do one of the but they're losing regardless.
Oh, yeah. See, this is what would happen in a Mavs-Rockets series. They push it to Game 7. The
Rockets would win game 1 too.
No, push it to game. There would be a 7-game series. Rockets would be up 25 at half, and then they would lose.
And Luka would hit some crazy. And Luka would do some crazy shit.
Yes, and the Rockets would also go cold from 3 at that point.
And then Hardaway Jr. will hit the 3 to win the game. You know what I mean? One of them will be like, wow, I can't believe I saw that.
Right.
But
that's the most Rockets thing that can happen.
I think I will say this. I think tonight though. This is the only reason, because I'm for the Mavs. I think the Mavs are going to pull this off in 7, maybe. Mm-hmm. I think that can happen. Mm-hmm. And Luka's gonna be like, "Oh my God, we just saw the." I mean, with that game winner, with like other people have said, we saw the emergence of he's here. Did you feel it when he hit that game winner? It's like,
okay, we're in Luka's world now.
We're in Luka's world now. He is now like to the other big boys in the to the Giannis, to LeBron, to every other big player around. It's like, hello guys.
Yeah.
I am now sitting
at
like if it was a lunchroom.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
with
gonna
the
sit
popular
here,
kids now.
and they can't say shit.
Yeah.
They have to let him sit down. You know what I'm saying? All that being said, Paul George is gonna have a good game tonight, and Kawhi is gonna go the fuck off, and they're gonna win barely. It's gonna be a close game. Porzingis plays. This is also if Porzingis doesn't play. Porzingis plays, they lose. Clippers lose. They lose in another close game, but they lose. This is I'm going off Porzingis not playing. Porzingis not playing. Beverly doesn't matter. Play or doesn't play. Porzingis to me is the bigger factor here.
Okay.
Because he's Porzingis. Not that Beverly's not a factor, but I'm saying like Porzingis.
Beverly's a huge factor.
Beverly's a huge factor.
That's a great defensive player.
He is. Just my opinion, Porzingis is the factor. If Porzingis plays, they're going to beat them. Porzingis does not play. Clippers are going to go off. Paul George is going to have a good game tonight. And, the Clippers are going to win. Clippers are going to win by like 6 or 7.
This must be insane to listen to at this point if you're a listener.
Oh, I love it. Don't you love it?
Fucking insane. I was just really putting myself
because
in like
either
one
this
of
is
our
what's happening
shoes.
if you're a listener, which is funny in my head.
Which you're like, why the fuck are they talking about this right now?
Or you just go, oh, I can't listen to it because they talk about shit that I'm like, I can't believe they're talking about this shit.
If we're making predictions that are wrong again.
Or right, and it's like, that's
hey,
funny. Or
we're never right.
Sometimes we're right. Sometimes our sports predictions are right.
Are we?
Which is kind of funny. Yeah, sometimes we say stuff and they work. They happen occasionally.
I feel like we're way more wrong than right.
No, a lot of times it's just guessing.
I would say every time it's just guessing.
But we watch the games, it's fun. We can tell you way more about the game after.
Yeah.
Because we watched that motherfucker and we broke it down. But, nigga, I am going to say, like I said, Clippers win tonight. I think the Clippers win tonight. But I'm going for the Mavs all day. Please believe.
And I am hoping they don't.
You hope the Mavs don't win?
No, that the Clippers don't win.
Oh, I hope they don't too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they don't as well. Fuck that team.
Yeah, so.
And
I watched.
as that team likes to enforce their power.
Okay.
Shut up.
Shut up. Okay.
Shonuff would also enforce his power.
Okay. See, this is what I would have gone with.
What?
Is, well, we thought they were the strongest team in the league. The Shogun Clippers don't have the glow.
Like Mr. Bruce Leroy Doncic. Oh.
Like Bruce Luka.
There we go. Thank you, buddy. You got there. That was very well done.
Yeah.
Because you're a professional like Howard Stern.
Yes, I am Howard Stern. I am Howard Stern.
You are. Don't you ever not believe it, bro. You're fucking him.
Oh, my
God. Look at your hair.
That's very fair. Man.
You're both psychos.
They really. All right. Here's a philosophical question.
Piercing voices.
Here's a
Actually,
philosophical.
I have a lot of
question.
comparisons about you.
Yeah. Well, the more I say it, the more I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start morphing it.
Yeah.
I start looking like the black lady too. I'm like, wait, what's happening to me?
Robin.
No, I like Robin. Actually, I like Robin.
Philosophical question.
Yes.
If a man throws a karate chop
Yes.
and doesn't go, did he really throw a karate chop?
He did not.
Okay.
It's like the tree in the woods, my friend.
Okay. I was very curious about that.
Actually, also, the Apocalypto movie answered very much the tree falling in the woods question.
What do you mean?
Remember when the slaves are walking and the tree just falls?
Oh, yeah.
It makes a noise.
Well, their slaves were around to hear it.
Oh, that's right. In the question,
There's no one's around to hear it.
Does
Yeah.
it make a noise?
It's not like, hey, when you hear a tree fall, does it fall? That's like,
Hey, wait a minute. But that's a stupid question still, because, it makes a noise.
does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it?
Whether someone's around to hear it or not, it makes a noise.
Okay. Here's the deeper level to that question, right? Sound is a perception, right? We perceive sound. We perceive sound based off sound waves. That was the physical thing, right? But if no one's around to perceive the actual wave, does it make a sound?
Yes.
How if nothing's hearing it?
The trees are here. The other trees are hearing it. The other bats hearing it. The other animals are hearing it. Nigga, somebody's hearing it. It's like something other. Unless so you're saying like because the question should be if a tree falls in a vacuum.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but you said that the tree falls in the forest. So in the forest, there would be the sound is bouncing off shit.
Damn.
Hence, it makes a noise, right?
Damn, but you're right. There's other animals there to hear it. That's what I accept.
Thank you.
I accept the other animals. Then I was like,
Appreciate you,
damn,
buddy.
that's right.
You actually
Yeah.
made me really think about it. I had to really like that.
Yeah.
It's not like I had to go, okay, why would it make a noise?
Yeah. No, that's a good. What you gonna do? That's not a bad question.
Oh, that's a great
It
question.
can spark debate.
Spark debate.
Yeah, because you're right. For it to not make a sound, it would have to be in a vacuum where there's nothing around at all.
And then it does not.
That
And then that would be the
doesn't-
question:
yeah,
if
yeah.
a tree falls in a vacuum,
Yeah,
does it make a
like a
noise?
va-
And it's like, oh no,
yeah,
it does not. Nigga, it's in a vacuum.
you're right. So,
Or maybe it does. I wish we need to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on this
I
podcast.
think he should stay far away from this. Well, for his career.
For us, it'd be good.
No, for us it'd be weird, but great, but weird.
Oh, he'd like one of these movies.
I mean, it would depend on. It would depend on what movie. I'm curious to see what movie would. What movie would you pick for Neil deGrasse Tyson? We're here.
I would pick to do to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Uh-huh.
A League of Their Own. I'd hit him when where he wasn't expecting it.
Okay, I like that. It's a good off-speed pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I hit him where he'd be like, "Wow, there's no science in this. I have to step out of my element and
Right.
step into their element."
Right. That's a good. That's
this
a good thing.
movie.
That's a good thing. I like that. I very much like
Because
that.
then in that we would still get all his science and all that shit, but he wouldn't. It wouldn't be a movie where he's like I'm trying to like. I picked like The Martian. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Where I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna show him some cool space shit. It's like, no, I'm gonna go completely. I'm gonna hit that nigga with like Little Rascals.
I like
So
that.
you know what I'm saying? Where he's like, oh, this is just a movie
Yeah.
about children. I can't. What am I? You know? That's what I would do to Neil.
Weren't we gonna do a sketch one day about Neil deGrasse Tyson on JRE?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah. What was the premise of that?
Well, it's mainly because I had hair like him and you had bald head.
Yeah.
That was the purpose.
Right. That was it.
And
Right.
that we have a podcast studio.
Yeah.
It was like, how funny it'd be if we just did bad impressions of them. It wasn't much, but it was funny.
Now we could both do bad impressions of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
We both could. Man. Wait, what are we talking about?
Last
how did we get here?
Dragon. Last Dragon.
Oh, the chop
the
question.
chop question. Yeah. Oh my God, it made me laugh every time.
You're right. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Or else it's not a karate chop.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bruce Lee ever?
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Is he ever going? Because then he'd be like, well, nobody even fucking heard me.
It's true. It's true. How would they know? How would the guy I hit know I hit him?
The other guy who I hit would just be like, ow!
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It's just ow now.
It's just ow now.
I don't know. I don't know. Actually,
Before it was not ow.
it's not ow, and now it's ow. Bruce, did you see?
But then he goes, ha, whatcha? And you're
It's
like,
like, oh, it was you.
it
You
was
hit me.
Yeah, they really threw the word Oriental a lot in this movie. They had this one vaguely Asian guy call himself Oriental over and over and over again.
How'd you feel about the three Asians being black?
Oh, man. I mean, it was funny.
Yeah, it was
It
funny.
was funny. It was like, look at these three Asian guys. Look at them. That's how I felt. And then one of them still had an accent. Like they couldn't get three. That's what I was like. You guys could have got three actual American Asian people.
Couldn't
They
do it.
definitely exist at this time.
No, they don't.
Or if you know what's funny, those three were probably three American Asian actors, and they were like, you got to do the accent.
Damn.
That's probably what happened.
I bet I've seen all three of those dudes' faces. Those three Asian dudes have been in like a lot of like Asian films. Like the movies you see with like Jackie Chan in them and shit.
Okay, yeah.
And not Rush Hour. But like
Other Jackie
Asian,
Chan.
other Jackie Chan.
Yeah,
movies.
more Asian Jackie
Jet
Chan.
Li movies.
Yeah. Oh,
Jet Li.
Jet Li.
Jet Li was badass, man.
Mm-hmm. What was this guy's name?
Jet Li?
No, this guy
Bruce
that we
Leroy.
watched. No. What's his name? He
Really?
never really had a name. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look at that. Look
It's
up
like
this guy.
Kaimya or something like that. It's weird. It's like, oh man, didn't really stick as a martial arts star after this.
No, this was it.
Yeah, this was really it. Yeah, because it was just something weirdly off-putting about him.
I know. What was going on with him?
Yeah, why?
Is he like, you know, somebody's like, man, is this nigga retarded?
Yeah, he doesn't. I get what he was trying to do, but I think he did confuse being Asian-y with having a touch of mental retardation. I think he definitely confused those two things. Like you're trying to be stoic, but stoic Asian people still react to stuff.
Bruh.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's so funny,
That's-
fool. That's what he thought.
Yeah.
Because I get it. Some Asian people are kind of like still How do I say? They're still in
Yeah.
their face.
There's
not a lot of emotion, but they're not.
Yeah, yeah. They're still all there, and it's like he just wasn't all there. It's just like this is what you think Asian people are.
What do you think of the crack cocaine lady?
Which one?
The lead.
Oh my God, yeah. They'll call it the cocaine lady because I'm thinking in terms of the movie. I was like, I don't remember anyone being specifically on crack on this movie.
They're in real life.
She was very beautiful.
She was very beautiful.
It makes no sense again why she really likes this guy. If I'm being honest,
saves her life.
He saves her life. That's
no, but the first time I get what she likes him immediately. Right when she sees him,
yeah.
When she's getting in the limo, she likes him.
Yeah, and he's like, this guy's wearing a
fucking kimono.
Yeah, I don't know. I was envisioning a karate gi. But this is way more insane.
Yo, he's wearing it.
Because a karate gi is like, look at how silly we're being in this movie, right? This guy's wearing a fucking karate gi around everywhere, and it makes the character funny. This time he's wearing like traditional Japanese clothing. And you're like, where did you even buy that in your poor neighborhood in New York?
In Harlem?
In Harlem. Where did you buy that in 1980s Harlem?
Yo, crack would have just been crack. It would have been like hitting the streets just now.
Yeah, it would have been there. It would have been a more turned up movie. I like how the Show Enough always had football pads on.
I love that.
Yeah, I thought that was a great choice.
Yeah, and the Jerry curl.
Yeah,
and the Chuck Taylors.
They really go ahead and just show you the entire song of every single song.
Yeah,
like. Yeah, but you don't get the sense of that when you're describing the movie. You get the sense of like, oh, they play the song like a little bit like a movie, but no, this is like. They play the entire song, and it's always about his journey.
You found a place. You finally found a place.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Bro, that's been stuck in my head since I watched it. I was like, why? I can't get it out of my head. You found a place. You finally found a place.
What was the one about the glow? There's two about the glow.
There's two about the glow.
Which one? Sing them, and I'll tell you which one I like the best.
I like the... You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow.
That one's good. I like the other one better.
Wait, how's the other one go?
I forgot. You know me. You know me. I'm bad at that stuff.
No, but I can't remember because the other one's the one I played.
Yeah. The other one. The
other
one
one's less memorable. This one is a little more memorable because
he gets the glow.
And the hook is a little more.
Yeah.
You are the last dragon. Like it's a little more like you possess the power of the glow. And he's like.
Yeah, it also makes those like. I enjoyed. Let me say, I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even ask you. How did you like the movie?
It's a kung fu movie. It's fun. The brother.
It's a silly kung fu movie.
It's a silly kung fu movie. The girl is beautiful. The kung fu is not the worst. It's not the greatest kung fu.
No, it's supposed to be like silly kung. Yeah, it's like this is for kids. This is for families.
The little brother was a great actor. I thought.
Little brother's great.
Yeah, I thought the little brother was a great actor. That being said, what the fuck was his entire journey? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck actually was his journey? It made no sense. They never go over what the dragons are. You know what I mean?
Never.
So they make it seem like the last dragon is like the last step in the thing.
And then you gotta achieve.
You are also the last dragon.
It's you. The last step is you.
You can't. Oh, that makes sense.
You're so stupid.
That makes sense.
I like how you walked yourself down.
Myself right down into that, huh?
Like, oh yeah, I guess that's a good last.
Just the roundabout way of coming across it, and it had nothing to do. The fact that the last dragon storyline was pretty independent of the girl storyline until literally the last second is kind of crazy. It's crazy that they live in two separate worlds.
What is also the white gangster guy? What is he?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Because he's not a mobster. He's just a video game developer.
Yeah.
And at one point, he takes the gun away from his henchman and goes, "You'll ruin my plans." What kind of fucking plan are you having to have kung fu guys come?
Yo, you're paying these kung fu guys to come. Yeah. It's so kung fu, bro.
Yeah.
The situation of like, because it's like, yo, why? Because when you even think about it in a movie, bro, it's like, how do I get kung fu in this?
Yeah.
Like, that's why Kill Bill is insanely good. Because it's like, wow, it makes sense.
It's a kung fu movie with, like, a really good plot.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like, oh, this kung fu is, like, not unnecessary. It's like, no, this kung fu is all necessary.
Right.
But that takes a lot of sitting down and be like, all right, how do I get kung fu in this?
Right.
Most things with kung fu are
it's
just
more like this, I would assume.
It's just like,
yeah.
He disrespected the master. What?
Yeah. we conveniently forgot about guns.
Yeah, bro. No one has a gun.
No one has a gun. Anything. No, until the very, very, very end, and he catches the bullet with his teeth. Also, why would?
Good.
Why would at the movie theater? why would they be like, oh, Bruce Leroy is the best master? You've never seen the dude fight. The dude doesn't fight in public. That's his whole like weird thing.
But everyone knows that he's a badass.
Yeah, everyone knows. There must have been some big fight earlier. Also, you're gonna fight Shonuff when he has the girl you're just learned how to be interested in, but you're not gonna fight Shonuff when he's literally holding your student in a headlock, threatening to murder him, and then destroys your family's business. Hey, you fucking simp. There is way more important things than cracked out pussy.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Bruce Le Simp.
Yeah, Bruce Le Simp. Jesus Christ, man. Ugh.
Oh, bro.
Ugh.
So cracked. I don't call it. Come on, man. She actually smoked crack. Shit, it sucks.
But
imagine. This is what I always think about crack. Imagine a song being 1987. You're this age. You smoke weed.
Yeah.
You smoke weed and you experiment with drugs.
Right.
You do, like, as far as like stuff you've heard of, you experiment.
Okay.
But now, like, but I mean, now we kind of know everything. But imagine there actually somebody being like, "Yo, there's this new thing. There's this new thing,
and it's like the best.
It's really fucking good. You want to try that shit? This shit's, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Just hit this shit, and it's new. You've never heard of it. You've never heard of it. What's it called? It's called crack. Okay.
Nah. I'd sit and wait.
You know why? You know, and also you don't do cocaine. I don't.
I don't do the synthetic stuff. It's all it's all just weed and mushrooms.
The only way they get you is if you're a person who already like snorts. Let's say you snort, and not like a lot. Let's say you just snort cocaine every once in a blue moon, and someone's like, "Oh, bro, this is just cocaine. It's just you smoke it." You'd probably be like, "Oh,
let me give it a shot." That would make sense. But yeah, no.
That always used to scare me. That thought of like, man, I'm glad. That would just like, damn, bro, I'm glad nobody's like, I'm glad there's no weed like that. Like, or somebody took like, oh, bro, you know how good weed is? Yeah, well, take some weed into some baking soda. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I'm already like, somebody's like, oh, bro, this is just weed with like a little bit of this, but it's just weed. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Let me give it a shot.
And then I'm, selling the VCR.
Yeah.
And I bought a VCR and then sold it. Like, why'd you buy the VCR?
Or you're the female lead in a B Kung Fu movie.
Or I'm the female lead in a B Kung Fu movie. It made money, though.
Good for it. It was a fun movie.
It was a fun movie.
I
love that movie too. It's also a big cult classic, man.
I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like, wow, that's crazy.
It's very silly. It makes no sense. There's kids fighting. It's got everything.
Black people in it too.
Yeah, it's very blaxploitation-y. It's on the edge of that.
Yeah, but in 1980 something, 86 or 85, when it's going, 85.
85.
Yeah, I mean, this would have been exciting just to see black people in a movie. Still be exciting. It's still be like, damn, fuck yeah.
In a kung fu movie too.
Yeah, we're doing kung fu. Look at us being funny. Mm-hmm. There's Asians.
Why is you explain this to me? Why is there like a big connection between like especially 80s black culture and kung fu? Where does that come from?
Bruce Lee.
Right. But what about Bruce Lee made black people be like, I identify?
I think he's cool as fuck.
Or just this level of swag?
Level of swag, level of cool. His movies were dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was a rock star.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think he was like, oh, this guy's, and he wasn't white. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's fucking, like, he's Asian. He's not black, but he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not white.
He ain't white, and this nigga's kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah, white people included.
He's kicking everybody's ass, and he's like, and then on top of that, he's an actual badass in real life.
Right. Okay.
I think Bruce Lee was like a fucking, I mean, look at him, man. He's still an icon.
Yes. Yeah, he was. They just portrayed him in a fucking new Tarantino movie.
Yep.
He was in it.
He just had a big documentary come out that like water, like Be Like Water or whatever. 30 for 30.
The 5 minutes I saw that was amazing.
Yeah, so it's like, exactly. So it's like, I mean, the dude is just as iconic. I mean, he's one of those actual like figures, man. He's like a figure in life. So I mean, I wasn't there, so this is just my opinion. I don't know if this is the right answer. This is just I mean, I'm sure somebody out there who was alive during this time when Bruce Lee was kicking ass would have a way better opinion than me. And then also there's like this myth about him. He's almost like Bigfoot or some shit.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't feel that about Bruce Lee?
No, I definitely feel that.
Yeah, like there's some myth, like nobody knows how he died and like all that shit.
He went out in an interesting way.
You know what I'm saying? So there's like, and then there was already this kind of mythical thing about him. I'm like, how great of a kung fu master was he really? And like all this shit, like, because he was one. So that's what I mean. There was like a level of, I don't know, man. I think there is a level of cool to that guy. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, the question was specifically because it's like there's no other huge action. Like action star Bruce Lee level that the black community connects with like that. So like, you know what I mean?
But why do you
Like
think
the whole genre.
I guess why do you think the world? Because the world connected with Bruce Lee so big. Why do you think so?
Well, he was the first sort of big martial arts star, right?
Yeah. At least that was like that we know of. I'm sure there might have been somebody before him maybe that's paved the way. Who knows? But
yeah, also it's like if you think historically, he's probably the first really big positive Asian figure after years of Asians being the bad guys.
Yeah, well, like this guy's the hero.
This guy's a hero, and I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's like that plays on something like on that level of just like
white people loved him too. It's not like it was just like that's. I mean, I get what you're saying, the black question, but now I'm thinking like, damn, bro, why was this guy? This guy was like world renowned.
Yeah, if there was some like Osama bin Laden looking action star that was doing some new shit, he might like, you know what I mean? It's
it
like,
would have been. And his name was Osama whatever.
Yeah, Osama Lee.
Osama Laden.
Yeah.
No, Osama Laden, but he was a kung fu
or like, you know, just
master.
some action star, some different type of action star.
Yeah.
I think he would be huge. So it's like this, but that has something to play with it.
Yeah.
In terms of, you know. And then, it's just something.
All these quotes and like all these like because like all
he's just charismatic. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was clearly smart too. I'm saying there's all these like famous quotes that he said. Like so, it's like the dude was on some other shit, man.
Yeah, he really was. I
like his portrayal in this movie. I like that he's just in this movie.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie's about him without
Bruce
him being
Leroy.
in it. Yeah, whole movie's about him without him being in it. They show scenes from his other movies.
They do, and they're playing. Oh yeah, that's one weird like. The date that they have, where he's just watching. He's just watching the movie, and she's standing right next to him. It's like,
also, it's not the movie. She just cut together like scenes
from the movie, and he's like, "Yeah, this is what I wanted."
He's like got a raging boner.
Yeah, it's like porn for him. It's like weird.
It's like, wait a minute, she cutting? Why was she like? How coked out was she, bro? That's some coked out shit to do in 1985 to come and cut together a bunch of Bruce Lee movies.
Yeah, while you're singing a nice song in the background. Oh, this movie was fun. It was hilarious.
This movie was. It is a good time. Go watch Last Dragon and support white kung fu.
Beaners, this is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening.
Yes,
we love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And, follow us on Instagram at SpoilTheBeans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us on
Poston, Sanamad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation.
And we back and we back.
We're back.
We back and we're back.
We're back.
Dude, look at you, man.
Yeah, dude, I've been working on my pipes.
That's because you've been sucking my penis.
Yep.
Anyway, viewers, we gotta pay some motherfucking bills.
Bills.
We can't just be sucking penises. We also gotta pay the bills.
Right, ladies?
Ladies, you get it. I'm sure you do. Ladies, you like Instagram. Actually, my ladies, and I'm talking to some of the fellas, but mostly my ladies.
Oh.
You like Instagram, ladies? With your big old titties?
Hell yeah, they do.
And your wet ass pussy?
Yep.
And your sweet ass.
All right, well, let's move on.
Stanky ass booty hole. Well, why don't you take that little stanky booty hole of yours and you get on Instagram
and type in Darren Bates, DARENBATES, Darren Bates.
With your little stank ass.
Yeah, in the Instagram search function, click follow. Wesleyan Son _ 56.
Were you distracted?
Yeah, maybe a little bit distracted. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened during this that distracted me a little bit. But
at Wesleyan Son _ 56.
Yeah, and then go and listen to the Raw Room podcast, Raw _ room.
Podcast, the Raw Room podcast that he does with his good friend Mr. JC. Guys, go listen to it. It's fun. If you like sports, it's for you. And you actually get to hear two people who have a real opinion on sports, not two idiots who
making shit up as they go.
Make shit up so they can talk about a movie later.
Yep.
And they're just kind of filling time because sometimes they get bored in here and they want to talk about other stuff.
Right.
But go listen to their podcast so you can actually get a real opinion on sports and get like some very cool fucking dope ass insights to cool stories and things and black people.
Yep.
Because they're black men. Unlike this podcast, where it's one strong black woman and one strong Jewish dog. Whatever you are. You're something.
Well, is that what you call Muslims? Jewish dogs?
Yeah, what do you call them?
Huh. That's pretty solid racism.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
I do my best on the beans. Oh man, you want to? What is that? It? Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done. Take your stanky booty hole and follow Darren Bates.
Oh, that's the ad.
Yeah. There we are. Yeah. Yeah, we had to come full circle.
DB, go Texans. Hassan.
Yep.
You want to do a movie today?
Let's do a movie. Let's do a movie.
I'm debating if I want to do it or not.
Well, we're here now, so we better fucking do it.
I will do it, but it's only because you cursed at me, and I like the abuse.
You like the abuse.
I mean, what is that called? A masochist?
Yeah, you're a masochist.
I'm a masochist. That's the reason I keep doing this podcast.
Oh yeah, because I yell at you.
You abuse me.
I don't think I abuse you at all.
You abuse me.
I don't abuse you.
Love it.
Oh my god, I'll just start. Derek, you're the nicest person I've ever met.
You want to? What are you doing?
Just messing with the levels a little bit, trying to even them out.
Trying to even out the levels.
Yeah.
Well, while you're evening out the levels, can you do me a favor?
Yeah. What's up?
Can you do me? Hey, while you're doing that, can you do something else for me?
Yeah, absolutely. I can do two things at once.
You're like a woman who orgasms.
Sure. Or one who doesn't. They're very good multitaskers outside of what's going on sexually with them. You know, ladies, fucking shout out to you.
Oh, never. Not on my podcast. Hassan?
Yes.
The favor that I'm asking of you,
Mm-hmm.
it's not much, but I would like it if you did it.
Okay.
You didn't say if you'll do it or not. You just said okay.
I said, yeah, I'll do it. That's what okay means.
Is that what okay means?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Okay. What do you be like? I don't know if that's a negative or positive answer to that.
I don't know. It sounded like it was racist. But since you said okay, can you do me the favor and tell me what you think happens in the motion picture, film, movie?
Okay. Oh, if you had another thing. You can add another fucking thing.
Fighting with my family.
Oh, okay. You didn't add another fucking thing. I've never heard of this movie. I've never heard of this movie. There's no, like, usually I'm like, let me think about it. I've never even heard of this movie. Never. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even, you know what? I'm stalling right now. I don't know if I even care to begin at this point.
Oh, God, you gotta do it. It's the one favor I asked of you.
Is it a black movie? Is it a normal person movie? I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
I don't like it when you talk like that.
I don't know.
I don't like it when you talk like that. Just I want to be on record that I don't like it when he talks like that, and whenever he's canceled, I will cheer.
Yeah. Is it like...
Don't just tell me the movie.
I know. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get there.
You don't get to ask questions.
I'm trying to get there. It's called Fighting with My Family. All right. So I'm going black. It's just the fuck. What's going on? It's just like a rom-com. He's trying to introduce a girl to his family, and his family doesn't really trust the girl, and then it's all like here comedy scene trying to get it's like sort of Meet the Parents but with a woman as the Ben Stiller role instead of the man. Other way around. He's trying to impress.
I actually kind of like that.
She's trying to impress his family.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and she just can't. She can't get it right.
She's trying to impress his family.
Yeah, she's trying to impress his family.
Can't get it right.
Yeah.
Who is this? Is this like a famous black lady?
Sure. You've seen her in other black stuff, but I wouldn't recognize her.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She's not that famous.
Yeah, so that's the level of fame she's at. And then she wins him over, and he finally convinces her. He finally convinces his family. The whole time, like, his family's trying to break him up, and he finally is like, no, we belong together.
Oh, he's fighting with his family.
Yeah, he's fighting with his family.
She's just trying to impress them, and that's the comedy.
That's the comedy.
Does she fart?
No, but there's a bathroom scene for sure.
Love that.
Yeah.
I like a good poop.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Fighting with My Family.
I mean, wow. You are unbelievably racist.
How was that racist? There was nothing race-related that happened there except that they were black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they always black?
They're not always black.
You always pick black people.
What I know nothing
Every
about
guess
it, yeah.
you've ever done. Apocalypto, black. You knew they were Mayan Aztec people, and you were like,
That's
I'm
how
sure
was
these
that
black savages.
What? What? No. First of all, there's no way you could know what I was thinking. Based on what I said on the podcast, I did not assume they were black. Cars 3, did I assume they were black? I did nothing about that movie.
You did.
It wasn't. I did make it about crime. So
you made it about crime. You made it about crime, and you left out NASCAR completely.
But no, there's nothing racist about this.
Hardball.
They weren't black. That was happening to a white family. My hardball guess was happening to a white family.
But that's still racist.
This was, as far as my race-related guesses go, this wasn't racist at all.
It was just wrong.
I mean, yeah, but.
This one, wow, this is one of your rares. No, this isn't rare. Usually 100% wrong. No, usually like 92 or 98 or 93 or 90, 80. Yeah, this one you were, I'd say 115. You added some wrong, which is kind of hard to do, but you found a way. I didn't even know that was possible.
This is the Indian way to overachieve, huh?
You what?
It doesn't matter anymore.
You said the Indian way to overachieve?
To overachieve.
Oh, yeah, you got a better grade than you should got.
Yep. I got a better grade than what was that possible?
Take that, Mosina.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
Thought I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, get your grades up, But you conveniently overlooked how well I did in AP Bio, didn't you?
Conveniently overlooked.
Huh.
Hold up, you said conveniently.
Conveniently overlooked that I got 103% in that class.
She never brought up that.
No.
What'd she bring up?
No. Oh, well, this is an A-, bitch. That's still a 4.0. This ain't college.
Oh! You better tell her, son.
Yeah. Oh,
and look
God.
at you now applying all that knowledge.
Yeah, using it all.
On these guesses.
Using it all. Yeah.
On these guesses of movies you haven't seen. You're fucking genius, bro. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know how to start because your guess was so crazy that I'm like, wow, do I even know what this movie's about anymore? Because my God,
it's working, guys. It's working. We're getting them out. We're getting them out slowly but surely.
Mentally making them go crazy.
Yeah.
Bruh, this movie's fucking amazing. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, Jesus.
98%.
Jesus.
I didn't know it was that high. I was like, holy shit. But I mean, it's great.
Okay.
It's a fucking phenomenal movie. Makes me cry. God, it makes me cry.
Oh, damn. One of those.
You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we wouldn't go 2 super fun movies in a row.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Movie starts.
Yeah.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Boom, no, 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 no.
Is this the wrestling movie?
You see The Rock coming out, like actual footage of The Rock,
right?
Fucking like, and him winning the belt against Stone Cold Steve Austin, like great actual footage of like that,
right?
Like of that match, right?
Right.
Going crazy, people going crazy, 20,000, 100,000 people, huge arena, you know, and then we see a white kid watching.
Okay.
Rocky. You see Rocky got the belt up, and he's like at his house. Rocky, 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 Rocky. A little girl changes the channel.
Okay.
Hey, I was watching that. I'm watching that. What are you doing? Put that back on.
Oh, so they're Jamaican.
I want to watch this.
They're Jamaican.
I want to watch the other
Jamaican.
I want to watch this. Oh, give me that. Oh, Zach, give me that. Oh, shut up. Shut up, somebody. And they start fighting for it, and they're fighting for the motherfucking remote and shit. And while they're fighting for the remote, her name's Soraya. I'm sorry, Soraya.
Okay.
While they're fighting for this remote,
right?
The dad comes in. You recognize the dad as the British nigga in all them funny movies, bro, like Hot Fuzz.
Simon Pegg.
Not him, the fat one.
Nick Frost.
Yeah.
Okay, we just had him on Attack the Block.
Yes.
Yes.
Him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the dad in this. He's
okay.
fucking awesome in this. By the way.
Okay. He's like awesome in everything.
And I love this guy, dude.
Yeah.
He's so good. So he's all tatted up and he looks like a big rough bad guy, right?
Right.
He's like, "Hey, what's going on in here?" Right? And then she's like, you know, the son's like, "Oh, I tried to change her out," and he's choking his sister out, and she's like, and she changed the channel. He's like, "Hey, you want to really choke your sister out? Come here." And he grabs her, he put her in like this, and you grab her like this. This is how you choke her out, all right? And then the son's like, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, thanks, Dad." And he's choking the shit out of her. And then the mom comes in. She's like, "What's going on in here?" And the mom, Cersei.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Also, fucking awesome in this.
Okay.
So it's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" Oh, he's like, you're gonna let your big brother do that to you, huh? And then they start like wrestling. They do some moves on each other and they keep fighting, right? And then they finally backing each other off, and the dad goes, all right, well, Soraya, I'm gonna need a favor from you tonight, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dad, what? I need you to wrestle tonight for the under 18 category. Oh, Dad, no, I can't, Dad. Dad, please, I can't. I'm gonna screw it up. I'll screw it up, I promise. Oh, come on, honey, please do it for the family. We need you. Oh, God, Dad, I can't. I'm too scared. I'll wrestle somebody. What if I get hurt? Or what if I hurt somebody? I just can't do it. And the little brother's like, just wrestle me. And then she's like, but it's all girl. He's like, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. And then you see her in the ring all scared, right? Mm-hmm. In front of nobody.
Right.
It's like they're in like a convenience store pretty much. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like
that
nobody.
That
level. Like there's
wrestling.
20 people there.
The open mic level.
Open mic. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And like at least go maybe a step down, you know?
Right.
And you see her brother is like in a pink Power Ranger outfit. So you can't tell.
Smart.
You know what I'm saying? And they're wrestling each other. And then she's like, oh my God. And they lock up. And she's like, I can't do this. And he's like, hey, it's just a dance. Okay? Follow me. It'll be fine. And then he takes her and he throws her in the thing. And then she comes with him. And then she hits him.
Right.
And he falls. Oh, like that, right? And the crowd's like, oh, yeah. And then she's like, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, shit.
She gets that adrenaline rush, the shot of adrenaline.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And then her parents are like, because she gets all into it and she starts punching on him and lets him body slam her.
Right.
You know, and her parents are like, yeah, that's good job, Soraya. You know, cut. And then you see the little brother body slam her again. And when she lands, boom, you see she's old. Like now it's the girl that we see in the movie.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know the actress, but she does a great job.
Okay.
She does a great job, bro.
How much older?
She's like 18, 19.
Okay, and then in the original scene, how old is she?
She's a kid. She like motherfucking.
Like 9, 10?
13.
13. Okay.
13.
Okay.
Right there. A true story.
Oh, fuck.
Comes up right now, all right?
Oh, fuck.
So we see her she's a teen wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. And she's wrestling her mom.
Okay.
And she's like, the crowd's like now a little bit bigger of a crowd, but still the same shit. You know what I mean? And the dad's like pretending to argue with the ref. He's like, "Oh, come on, they're cheating," because it's the dad and her, and the brother comes out.
Okay.
And they're like, Zach, Zach, Zodiac. Everybody's cheering for Zodiac. And he's like, her brother's now all big, like he's like the big dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody's cheering for him, and he runs out. And she's like, yeah, and then it's them two against their parents, which also
awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
How much fun would that be? And the parents are like, it's fun. Like, everybody's in on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're beating them up, and they fucking, she drop kicks her mom. 3, 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. They win. Yeah! Zach and Brittany. That's her name. Brittany. Zach and Zodiac, Zach and Brittany are your winners. And the dad and the mom are laying out like they're all beat up.
Right.
Fighting with my family.
Okay. All right. I can't wait for the black people to come in.
You know who directed this?
Who?
Stephen Merchant.
Really?
Wrote it too.
Damn. So this is gonna be.
So he's fucking amazing.
This is gonna be good. Merchant's good. I like Merchant.
Oh, dude, he's good, man.
Yeah, Merchant's good. I like Merchant.
He's really. Also, you can tell he's a real wrestling fan. He's a real wrestling fan. So we see the fam cut to the credits are still rolling. Mm-hmm. All this. The fam is taking down the ring.
Okay.
I love this because it's just them now. It's just, you know what I mean.
Right.
And they're taking it all day. You know, it's like it just makes it real. Like, damn, bro, these motherfuckers was like grinding, fool. You see them taking it down and putting it all up and packing it up in their shit, you know? And you see, the brother and the sister, playing, doing pranks on each other. You can tell they're close.
Right.
All right? So, they're really close. And you see the parents counting the money. And then on the way home, they're in a big van. They're driving. And the dad calls the WWE, the headquarters. Whoop, whoop. And he's like, hey, this is such and such out of Norwich, calling for my family. For Brittany and Zodiac Zach. He says their real names, Soraya and Zach. Zach something. Did you get the tape that we sent for you? And he just keeps talking, right? Did you get the tape? Did you get the tape? And then the lady's like, excuse me? He's like, I sent the tape to my kids. I sent it a bunch of times. I'm still calling to see if you guys have got it yet. And she's like, yep, if you sent it, I'm pretty sure we did. We'll take a look at it, sir. Oof. And he's like, well, I want to talk to Mr. Morgan, the head of Mr. Morgan. That's the man I need to talk to. Sir, if he'll look at the tapes, he'll evaluate your kids, and then he'll call you if they get in.
If he feels.
Exactly.
If he feels
it's
so.
the WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is that level. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, oh, well, I mean, have you even watched the bloody tape? And then she hangs up. It's like, God, they always fucking do this. So you can tell, oh, wow, they've
been trying.
This is a family that, they've been doing this shit. Yeah.
Right. No avail.
Credits still rolling.
Right.
Cut till we see her. Credits still rolling. We see her barking tickets, trying to get people to come to the next match.
Okay.
We've been there.
Damn.
How much have you been there?
Yeah, this is comedy.
Brother. So she's barking the tickets,
Mm-hmm.
handing them out. We see her brother out in the van picking up other boys around the city for like wrestling practice.
Right.
Right. And you see one kid selling drugs, like a young kid. And he runs up on him and he's like, and the kid's like, oh shit. He tries to run away from him and Zach catches him. And he's like, hey. And the kid's like, come on, man, I got nothing on me. He's like, yeah, you got nothing, then why you run? And then he grabs it in his pockets and he's like, what are these? What's your plan is? Huh? And the kid's like, he doesn't say anything. He's like, look at me, man. Do you want to deal or do you want to wrestle? And the kid's like, I want to wrestle. He's like, well, come on. He hits him in the back of the head. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bruh.
Right.
So cut to, you see her like still barking. Some pretty girls come up to her, like some pretty girls that she goes to high school with or whatever.
Yeah.
And they come up and they're like, oh my God. And she's like handing out, she's like, what's this? She's like, oh, it's a wrestling event that my family's doing. She's like, oh, that's right. She's like, that's right. You're the fucking girl from that weird family. Isn't your like oldest brother in jail because he went crazy or some shit?
Okay.
And then she goes, how about I shove your fucking head up her ass? And they're like, and they're like, all right, fine. They're like, whatever, freak. And they like walk off like laughing at her.
Right.
And she looks all gothy.
Okay.
Just so you know what she looks like
Right.
black hair, the
Right.
goth
She don't
look,
look like one of the popular kids.
Pierce thing. Yeah.
Right.
She's a fucking wrestler kid.
Right.
She's still pretty. She's pretty.
It's a movie.
Yeah. Well, and in real life.
Oh yeah, it's
Wrestling.
a real story. Yeah, you're right.
She's like it's like wrestlers. Like you see, wrestling women are
Are
fucking
hot.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. No, she's pretty, but she's the goth look. Like when you
Right.
see her parents, it makes sense too. Like parents are goth rock star looking people. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Tattoos and all this shit. So in the van, you see all the kids rocking out and they're like listening to rock as they're heading to practice, and it's like blasting music. And when they pull up, you see a blind kid sitting on a swing, right? And he's got a stick. And he hears the music, and when he hears it, he starts smiling, right? And they're like, oh, come on already, right? And he gets him up, and then cut to they're all in the gym practicing, and Zach is coaching all of them.
Okay.
Just all these kids.
Okay.
All right? And then she's like the only closest one to his age, but like he's coaching her too.
Okay.
All right? The parents are in the back, and you see the dad talking to this guy about like, this black dude, like, hey, I need you to wrestle such and such this weekend. It's only going to be this amount of money. He's like, all right, what do I got to do? And he's like, well, do you mind taking a trash can in the face? And he's like, I've never taken a trash can in the face. What's it like? And then literally he grabs one and goes, boom! And the guy's like, ah! He's like, it's like that. How's it feel? He's like, stings. I could do that. He's like,
Wrestlers are
cool,
crazy.
mate.
Wrestlers are crazy.
I love that
fucking
because you're like, oh, these guys are
Christ.
fucking crazy.
Jesus Christ.
And he goes, all right, one more thing, mate. What about this? And he picks up a bowling ball. How about a bowling ball in the willy? And the guy's like, oh, man. He's like, come on, spread your legs. Let's just see. He's like, just breathe it in. It'll be nothing. The guy's like, I don't know. All right, on 3. Oh, bro, I don't know. 3. But boom, he just hits him in the balls. He's like, you all right? You all right? Let me know. Don't touch me. Yeah, I can do that.
Jesus.
He's like, all right, got you down for that, mate.
Oh God. The level of punishment that these people's bodies take.
Oh, man, bro.
Oh,
They go through it. Like the people who really
The
do this
wrestler,
shit.
like when we were watching The Wrestler and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Just
oof.
like, man, they really go through it, man. So you see the mom and the dad, they in the back talking about like money problems and shit.
Right.
Because, they're just trying to get by,
They're
bro.
struggling wrestlers.
Yeah.
It's a hard place to be.
And then struggling wrestling promoters.
Right. That's a hard place to
It's
be.
a hard place to be. In Norwich, England.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little place.
But they found each other, which is beautiful.
Oh, you love the mom and dad, bro.
Yeah, I
They're
can
awesome.
tell. I can tell.
They're so
It's also nice to see her play a good guy.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So you see cut back to them in practice, and they're being super cool to the blind kid, and they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you see the Zach dude just like trying to encourage him a bunch and like to get him to do stuff. 'Cause he's blind, but it's like you're just trying to be encouraging.
And he wants to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's cool. So that night, you see Zach talking to his family. He's like, hey, he's dressed up. He's like, I need you guys on your best behavior tonight, please. His girlfriend's coming over with her family.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And he's asking, is like, just please behave. And like, Dad, will you please put on a shirt? And the dad's like, how posh are they? Because he's just, he's like one of them kind of dudes, right?
Right.
And he's like, oh my God. And the daughter's like, Dad, just come on, guys, just behave, please. And the mom's like, oh, you only want us to behave because you got her up the duff. He's like, yep, that's what you did. You got her up the duff. Getting her up the duff is unplanned pregnancy.
Okay.
So that he got his girl knocked up. And so like now you guys have to get together.
Right.
And he's like, Mom, would you just act normal for me, please, both of you. Like
Right.
they're just begging, right? So the girl shows up with her parents. Her dad is Stephen Merchant.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, and then like a
Makes
white
sense.
lady. And they look all hoity-toity.
The Stephen Merchant's a hoity-toity looking
Yeah,
guy.
so they look all, so it's funny
Yeah.
that you can tell like, oh wow, you're a diehard wrestling fan. Because you look like this.
Right.
And he's sitting there with this girl. And they're talking about like, so you're into wrestling, right? That's okay. The wrestling family. And then the mom goes, well, like her mom's, the girlfriend's mom goes, well, it's fake, right? And then you see them all like they drop their silverware,
Right.
and, like look at her, and you see even the girlfriend. She goes, Mom, don't say that.
Yeah.
like, bro, don't read the room. You know, and then the dad looks at her. He's like, fake? A broken bones fake to you? Surgery fake? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, they have to go through some real ass shit.
yeah, it's like that part. Oh, you mean because the winner's not real? Okay.
Right, yeah.
What about my broken ass shoulder? That was when I fell off a 30-foot cage. That felt real as fuck.
Yeah, into like a table. Oh my god.
Just so people could cheer.
Yeah, it makes me cringe just thinking about it.
Yep. So, it's like because you're not into wrestling.
I'm not that into
You're into
wrestling.
wrestling.
No.
It's funny that you think it's violent. Do you find it violent?
No.
It's not violent.
No, I don't find it violent
Okay.
when I watch it. No. I just
The truth of it's violent because you're thinking of the truth of it.
I'm thinking of I just don't possess the capability of jumping into a table, and I'm just putting myself in that
that's the
situation.
truth. That's like,
Yeah.
the truth of it.
Yeah.
But when you watch it, like
No,
the entertainment
I'm
value,
not like this is too violent.
Yeah.
No. I just think it missed me as a kid, and I just sort of think I'm just not gonna get into it now.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll
That's
get into it
just how
now. Your kid would have to get into it.
Yes.
Then
yes.
that's how you
Then
get
I'd be
into
like,
it.
oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
If my kid liked it, but other than that, it's not happening.
I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're too old now.
Yeah.
Too old.
Yeah. It definitely has to catch you as a kid, and then if
Oh.
it catches you as a kid, you love it as
Love
an
it
adult.
forever.
Yeah.
Love forever.
It's one of those.
So, but you're right. The reality of it, of like when you put yourself in the truth of like,
And you see
of
videos
them
of them,
going
like-
into the locker room with the broken bone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
and
when it's like, oh,
I'm just thinking about like videos I've seen of The Rock, and he has like those hidden razor blades, and he's
oh,
cutting
and they
himself.
do all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
100%.
that's the stuff that makes me go, ooh, because I put myself in that situation.
Well, that's
where
the
I
real.
get-
It's like,
yeah.
oh, that's not the entertainment. That's like,
No.
oh, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
When
Well, that
they
is
say
the
it's not
entertainment,
fake.
which is crazy.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
In my head, you know what I meant to say? Like what they mean when they're like, oh, this shit ain't fake.
No. Yeah.
Because like that's not fake.
Yeah.
The guy cutting his fucking head open.
Ugh.
So you're so funny. So the Stephen Merchant and them, and they're like, so how did you two meet to the parents?
Mm-hmm.
And the mom goes, well, actually, I was thinking of killing myself because my life was going nowhere and I was addicted to heroin and shit, right?
Yeah.
And the dad was like, and I just did an 8-year stint in prison. Just got out and the guy was like, oh my God. And he was like, for non-violent crimes? He said, no, all violent. A lot of robbery and, breaking and entering, things like that.
Right.
And he goes, but then I found this lovely lady and I knew I had to turn it all around. She loved wrestling and I love wrestling. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then they start like making out, like licking each other and shit at the table. Like
hilarious.
that. And
That's funny.
the son's just like, I can't. What do you do? And but they clearly like, oh, they love each other. They clearly like they love each other.
Right.
That's why I was like, oh wow, like they these motherfuckers love each other, bro. And then they get a call right then, and the daughter answers, she's like, hello. He's like, hey, this is Mr. Morgan from the WWE, and the daughter's like, hi, let me put you on speaker. And she puts it on speaker. She's like, it's the WWE. And they're all quiet. He's like, hey, anyway, this is Mr. Morgan, head of whatever. We'd like both you and your brother to come try out for the WWE. Like the WWE is like next, which is like the D League for the W.
D-League,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, but to get into that, to get to the next thing,
Right.
which is what they've been calling for.
Right.
And then it's completely, no one says anything, and they're like, and then the dude Zach's girlfriend has to be like, oh yes, they accept. They would love to come, and he's like, oh okay, thank you. I'll
Right.
see you guys in a little bit, and he hangs up, and then they look at each other and they're like, ah, let's go, fuck yeah! And they're like, oh, they laugh, and then you see the other parents are like,
There's a lot.
what the fuck? Because even the girlfriend's like, ah! Because it's like, oh my
Yeah,
god, this is
yeah.
like all they're
This
dreamed
is,
of.
The dreams are coming true.
Yeah, like, oh, so they're screaming and shit. I was like, bro, this movie's.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah,
And it's about sports.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, and then the mom's like, excuse me. And then I'll look at her, and the girlfriend's mom, and she's like, what's the WWE? And they all just sit back down. Like, what?
Yeah, come on. How have you not heard of that?
Good point. Sometimes I'll be hooting off, be like, how you never heard of some shit? But like that, you should have heard of it.
Right.
Heard of it.
Yeah.
You've heard of wrestling.
Your daughter's also dating a wrestler
Yeah.
and about to be with one. She
Got
got
to put a.
yeah, she got duffed up or whatever.
She
the
got
fuck.
duffed the fuck up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, cut to them. They're showing the merchants and them, the family, like Stone Cold and The Rock, and they're showing them like what WWE is, right?
Right.
And they're explaining like how Zach is explaining to them like my whole life. This is all I've ever wanted was to be WWE champion. Me and my sister. This is it. This has been to be WWE champion. Is it?
Right.
That's it.
The
You know?
mountaintop.
Mountaintop. That's it, bro. That's Super Bowl. I can't. That's all we've ever fucking dreamed of, right? And they got like toys that like fake belts that they've made up since they were kids, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's their dream, fool. So, and the parents are like so excited because like, oh my god, and then the parents, because while they're explaining to them that, the parents go, and it's not bad pay either. Right. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, and if they get in this, like, we're doing. I don't know if you guys know, but we're gonna be fucking rich as shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing pretty fucking well, especially if they hit champion level.
Yeah, champion level. Yeah, you're doing
fucking great. So great, you're a fucking millionaire. So the they're bragging at the parents like they're both gonna get it. Oh hell yeah, this is gonna be great.
Right.
So they go, oh wow, so your whole family's just interested. And they go, yeah, and our older son, they have the older brother.
Right.
He got this tryout a few years ago, and they go, oh, and how's he doing now? And the dad goes, well, he's in prison. And they're like, oh, what happened? And then the dad's like, well, he didn't get in, and the brother, like, because the dad, you tell it's hard on the dad, and the brother's like, well, he started drinking heavy too, and then he got into a fight and almost killed a man, and now he's in jail.
Damn, those bar fights fucking ruin lives like that.
Also, his dream.
Right.
That was, I mean, you tell the main part was like, oh, he didn't get it. He didn't get into the thing.
And he couldn't handle
it.
And
he started drinking crazy.
That makes sense.
And then he got into bar fights.
Right.
Yeah, but that is, it's a slippery slope, right? He almost killed a dude.
Well, it's like the bar fight thing is like crazy because like that's just an instant.
Yeah, it's just an instant.
It's an instant. And yeah, that's what's scary about them. It's just all of a sudden, oh, it's done.
And you actually almost killed a guy.
Now you're fucking in jail, and your life is like way off track. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So, while he's saying this, the sister goes, but we're not, because the other parents are like, oh shit, that's fucking intense.
Right.
And then the dog, our lead Soraya, she's like, oh no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen to Zach, and it's not gonna happen to us. We're both gonna get it. It's gonna be fine. Cut to the next early morning. They're both running, working out, right? Early in the morning. And you see him repeating to himself, this is all I've ever wanted since I was 3. WWE champion. All you've ever wanted since she was 3. WWE. Like, he's just, as he's working out, is all he's saying to himself.
Right.
The dude who plays Zach also does a great job. But I don't know who this actor is either, because it's a small independent film.
Right.
$11 million budget, made over $50 million in the box office.
Damn. What a
98% of Rotten Tomatoes. He killed this.
Yeah. What a way to knock this one out of the park.
And two, I don't recognize the girl or this dude really. And they both, the brother, can act, bro.
They must be in like British shows, bro. So I was like,
you probably gonna recognize it right when you see it. You're like, oh, bro, it's these people.
Yeah, because I was just whatever. You know what's crazy? So many British shows that I watch, you'd be like, oh, that's the guy from Game of Thrones. 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 It's like, oh, these were like great actors already there in their dramas.
So this is some British. He found these niggas, and that's why I'm like, oh, because this nigga can act, bro. When you tell me the girl can act too, obviously the lead's great. But the brother's amazing, bro. The brother's amazing. So you see the sister kind of getting like down on herself, feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Like, I know you're gonna get it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it. And he's like, this nigga's awesome. Like, he hypes her up, tells her she's the fucking best. You're definitely gonna get it. We're gonna be fine. They get back to working out, right? Cut to the next day. We see them at this huge building, SmackDown Live for tryouts.
Right.
Huge arena. They walk in, and Zach's looking around at 20,000 seats. He's like, 20,000 people. He's like, can you imagine, sister? All of them. Zodiac. And then she just stares around, but she's just quiet. She doesn't say. She's just like whoa.
This is the big league. This is almost the big league.
Wow.
Yeah.
So right when they turn around, they bump into The Rock.
Oh shit.
He's like, oh, hey, he's like, excuse me. They're like, oh, shit. Hi, how's it going, Mr. Rock, Sir Johnson, sir? Like they're both like, obviously.
Right.
And he's
how
like,
anyone would react if they just turned around and saw The Rock.
In 2019. This movie came out in 2019.
Yeah. Anyone, not even wrestling fans. If I saw The Rock, I'd be like, oh, if I just turned around and The Rock was there.
Yeah, it would be like, oh,
shit.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'd probably yell that.
Yeah.
They're all excited and shit, and they're like, "Oh my god, we're huge fans. Even when you had hair, we were fans." And he laughs, and he's like, "Oh well, thanks, guys. It was nice to meet you." And he goes to walk off, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Rock." And he turns like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Are you here to wrestle again?" He's like, "No, I'm just shooting a movie, and just gonna come in, pop in, surprise the crowd a little bit, have a little fun." And they're like, "Whoa, that's awesome." He's like, "Yeah, this should be fun." Anyway, have a good one, guys. And he goes to walk away. They're like, "Hey, Rock." He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And they're like, they ask him another question, and he answers it, and he goes to walk. And they're like, hey, Rock, one last thing. Whoo, yeah, what's up, man? What's the one last thing? We're trying out later, and we just wanted to know if there's any advice you can give us to win over the crowd? And he's like, all right, advice to win over the crowd. Well, how about this? What's your names? And they both go, well, I'm Zach, and she's like, and I'm. It doesn't matter what your name is. The Rock doesn't care about your jabroni goddamn names. And he does the whole Rock thing, bro.
Right.
You know? Do you know about any of that or no?
I mean, I know I know a little bit of it. And then
it doesn't matter what your name is.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
You know that one? Yeah.
I know
So
that one.
He's doing the classic, jabroni, pie eating, woo, root, sexiest man alive. And he's doing the fucking, he's hitting him with it. And he's like insulting him and shit too.
Right.
You Harry Potter looking motherfucker. And look at you, goddamn. Woo. He's just, and they're like, what the fuck? You know? And then he stops, and then he goes, and that's how he went over the crowd. And they're like, and he's like, but don't worry about being the next me. Just go out there, be you. Be the first one you can be. And he walks off, right? So then cut to turn around. You see our other lead in this, our third lead.
Oh.
Vince Vaughn.
Oh.
He's Mr. Morgan.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a small budget for all these stars. A lot of stars. This is 2019 Cersei. This is 2019 Rock. So they read this.
The Nick Frost guy?
Yeah. They read the script and they're like, we just want to be a part of this.
Merchant, for sure. People must fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Rock produced it.
I mean, if you were just looked at a list of all the stuff Merchant has done, and he'd be like, hey, I got this small part in this sort of independent film, I think you'd be like, yeah.
Produced by The Rock?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, okay,
let's do this.
Let me see. You read it. Also, the script's amazing. I mean, this is a good ass movie, bro. How you feel so far?
I'm in it.
You liking it?
Yeah, I like the two main characters. Yeah. I like the brother and sister. I'm rooting for them.
So Vince Vaughn, he's like, hey, get the hell away from The Rock and come over here. And they're like, and they come over. And he's like, all right, guys. And he has everybody lined up. He's like, to be a WWE star, you need two things: skill and spark. The skill, well, that's easy. The spark, well, that's just magic dust. And that's why people buy people's posters. And that's why they buy their action figures, because they have the magic dust. What's your name? He's like, Zach Zodiac. He's like, why do you want to wrestle? Since I was 3, I can name every single wrestler just by looking at their boots. I was born to do this. It's in my blood. I'm passionate. I'm determined. And I'm the toughest son of a bitch in this room. Right? And then Vince is like,
damn.
Okay, I like this kid, And then he goes, what about you? And he asks her. And she's my name was Brittany, like Soraya Brittany, but they made me change it. What's your name? Paige. So that's her name, Paige.
Okay, Paige.
And he's like, Paige? What kind of name is that? He starts shitting on it, and she's like, it's just from a TV show I like an old TV show, old British TV show that I really like.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck kind of weak ass shit is that? He's like, no one's gonna care about some timid British girl if she wants to wrestle. And he goes, yeah, well, no one cares about some dumb arrogant American who's just like has this job, right? And he kind of smiles like,
okay. She clapped back.
That's what I like, because it's wrestling.
Right.
It's like, we need clapbacks. We need not punk
tension.
shit.
We need
drama.
What's it called? It's a soap opera. It's soap opera for men.
Preach, brother.
The wrestling is soap opera for men.
And if done right, it can be really good.
Yes.
So he's like, why do you want to wrestle? And then she's like, well, I've been doing this since I was 13, and everyone in my family does it. He laughs. He goes, well, why do you want to wrestle? I just said I've been doing this since I was 13, and everybody in my family does it. I'm asking you, though, why you want to wrestle. And she's like, oh, shit. And she's like, I don't know. It's an escape from my world, and I finally belong somewhere. He looks at it, and he's like, wow. Guys, what Paige just did was show us our heart. Show us her heart. And I want to fucking vomit. Like, that's not what we want here either. And he just starts shitting on all of it. Also in that Vince Vaughn way, that real fast.
Right.
Just shitting on all of them, right? They start tryouts. He's on their ass. Let's go, pace. They're all wrestling. You see her and her brother wrestling. They lock up.
Right.
And he gives, because she's like not doing well, and he gives her advice. He's like, hey, you're not finishing your moves. Finish these moves. You're better than this. Just make sure you lay it all out and finish your moves. Like simple stuff.
Right.
She's like, oh, you're right. She starts wrestling better. She closes out the tryout really strong.
Okay.
Right? And you see Vince smiling, but Vince likes Zach. He gives Zach on the page. He's like, it's good stuff today. Right? So they go line up. He's like, all right, everybody, that was a good job. Everyone, you wouldn't be here if you weren't already good. This is a great job. If I call your name, you step forward, and you're going to be accepted in the WWE Next program and work your way in becoming onto the main roster of the WWE.
Okay.
All right? If I don't call your name, sorry to tell you, but that's it. That's the end of the line for you. Your WWE dreams are done.
Damn.
Like, we're not coming back. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
that's it.
Damn.
There's
I'm not gonna give you a second shot.
Ain't none of that shit.
Ooh.
We move on.
Oof.
There's only one bit. It's just us. So
Oof.
that's it.
God.
It's like being in the NBA or NFL. It's like
Yeah.
this is it. All right. He looks at his list. Paige. She looks at her and her brother. Yeah. She steps forward. Okay, thank you all very much. That'll
Damn,
be it.
not even the brother. Shit.
And he just turns around and he walks off. And of course the brother's like, and then she's just, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
she's floored.
That's why the brother can act, fool, because
Yeah.
he's just like, and then now she's also like, hey, and then she starts running after him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Paige, don't. And he runs after her, right? And they run all the way outside. You see Vince getting in his car.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, you have to take my brother. He's like, I don't have to do anything. Right? He deserves this. He deserves this more than everybody. You know that. Everyone knows he deserves this more. And then he's like, hey. Vince Vaughn's like, hey, man, lady. Like, hey, Paige, 99% of people want this.
Right.
And they're never going to get it. That's
Oof.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just
Damn.
he's being very GM for a team about it.
I wonder why he didn't take him.
And then,
Is it something like I already have that personality? Is it one of those?
he's better than everyone. He was better than me. He's better than everybody. Explain yourself. Lady, I don't have to explain anything to you. Right? It's just not for him. You know? And he looks at the brother. He goes, this is it for you, son. I'm sorry. Like, not being mean, just but candid.
Right. Like,
Very, like.
I'm running a business. I'm running a team.
And I'm letting you, I'm helping you too. Like,
Yeah.
this is it, dude.
I'm telling you face to face. This is not happening.
It's not happening. Like a man.
Right.
Ain't no way. This ain't no bitch shit. Just. So he goes, and he goes to get in his car, and then she goes, because she's so mad. She's like, if he's not going, I'm not going. He looks at her. He's like, is that a threat? Like, oh, are you threatening me?
Yeah.
I'll say you feel too like, oh, bitch, you don't have the power in this
Yeah.
one.
Well, come on, relax.
You know? And then,
I don't think your brother would want you to do that.
oh, the
either.
brother immediately goes, Paige, shut up. No, she doesn't, sir. She does not mean that.
Right.
And then she's like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. You and then he goes, Paige, I'll give you 10 seconds to change your mind. And the brother's like, sir, she wants this. She wants this. I promise you she wants it. She's like, I don't care. Both of us or none of us. And then he goes, 5. Vince Vaughn. 4, 3, 2. And then he goes, Ray, look at me. This isn't just about you. This is about our family. You have to do this. Think about our family. Please think about everything we worked for. And then she's like, you see her eyes get like, oh, exactly.
Yeah.
That like, oh, fuck. This is everything our dad, mom, like,
Yeah.
nigga. This
Yeah.
is everything. This could change. Also, this could change our situation for generations. And then she's like, I'll do it. I'll come. And he's like, that's what I thought. See you in Florida. And he just, and then Vince Vaughn can't, like, he was like,
Of course.
bitch, it's a business.
Yeah.
You think I want to hire the next person? Still not going to be your brother.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's like, it
Yeah.
wasn't gonna, it's not him.
Yeah.
He ain't got it.
It's crazy.
So now Paige and Zach, bro, this great shot of them going on the car ride home.
Mm-hmm.
So quiet. Just not a word. Not looking at each other.
What can you say?
What do
can
you say?
What do you say?
What do you say? If you're either person, too.
I don't know. I don't know what you say.
They get back to the gym, of course, family, friends, everyone's waiting on them because this is
Yeah.
huge. Are they going to make it to the WWE? They walk in the gym, and everybody's like, the dad's like, well, and the mom's like, well, what'd they say? And the brother, you see the sister, she's like about to start crying.
Mm-hmm.
And then this nigga grabs her and he goes, they didn't take me, but my little sister just became the first 18-year-old to be signed to the WWE.
Damn.
Bruh.
Damn. Who?
Everybody, of course, like, bro, but you see him, because of course she smiles and the family runs up on her and gives her kisses, and he
Right.
backs up. And this nigga is fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Right.
that's what's like, oh, this dude can act, because you can feel it. Like, he's like that, like, just like,
Yeah.
I'm happy and I've never been more heartbroken in my life.
Yeah, that's fucking. But he gave his sister the shot.
In that moment, he knew. It's not about me in this moment.
No, it's Big Brother stuff. That's yeah, that really hits hard.
Yeah,
that really hits home
Great scene.
for sure. Yeah,
Great scene.
I just saw it's crazy because while you were reading the movie,
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok, and the whole TikTok was this guy. It's his little sister singing, and all his TikToks are posting a vid of random vids of my little sister singing until one goes viral.
And didn't one go viral?
One went viral.
Hell yeah.
It's good big bro shit.
That's just nice. That's nice. A little different than this.
Well, this
but
is like,
I feel
yeah,
you.
yeah, but you know what I mean?
nice,
It's
but
just
very
like-
nice.
it's like,
Very
yeah.
nice. So she looks in herself. She's in her bedroom, right, that night by herself. She's just looking in the mirror, and she's got the belt she made as a kid on her shoulder, and she's just like staring at herself.
Right.
Like, oh shit. So the next morning, they're about to go to the airport. Right, they're packing up. The brother's putting her luggage and shit in the car. And right when they're all about to get in the car, the mom, the dad, the brother's like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make the trip to the airport. And the dad, of course, is like, your sister's leaving. What are you talking? You coming? Of course you're coming. Like, she's going to America. You have to say bye, right?
Right.
And you can see the brother's like, nah, I forgot I had some plans. I can't get out of it. And you see Paige just go, it's okay.
Right.
Because she knows. She's like, it's okay. Because, she knows. She's like,
knows.
bro, it's.
Yeah,
and the dad and mom are like, oh, come on. And she's like, Dad, it's. Because you can tell he's just like, hey, it's family, it's your sister. But, I love that she's like, nigga, I can't even put him through that.
Right.
He wants this so bad. Bro, he wants this so bad.
Yeah, and he's not going to get it. It's just
and he ain't hating on me. He's just like, I can't.
Yeah.
He's just like, I can't.
He's just sad.
He's just fucking sad.
Yeah.
And you feel bad for him, bro. You do. So, Paige is like, it's fine. And then they hug. And then he's like, good luck with it, And she's like, yeah, good luck with the baby. He's like, yeah. Yeah, he's just not even excited. And he looks up as she's about to walk off. And she's like, hey. He goes, hey, don't cry at the airport. And she's like, why? He's like, Mom, just head up and don't look back. She's going to go ballistic if you cry. And she's like, okay. So at the airport, bro, all her homies are there. All her homies. Everybody. And she's crying, like trying to cry. She's holding back and she's hugging all her friends. And she goes up to her folks. And then she's like, man. And because her mom and dad are like crying too, obviously.
Right.
They're like, we're so proud of you. And then she's like, I wish Zach was coming. And then they grab her and they're like, hey, we all do. It's okay. We all do. And then she's like, and then he grabs her. He goes, but baby, you can't worry about that. You're going to be a star. You're about to be a wrestling star. You're about to do this for the family. And the mom's like, oh, I love you so much. She's crying and then she's crying. And then like she walks off and then all her friends are like, Paige. And then she just puts her hoodie up and just starts and like ties it and just, you know what I mean?
Oof.
And she just, it doesn't look back.
Oof.
Great shot.
I can see it. That's what
just that, just like, you're just like, I can't even.
Right.
I gotta fucking, oh my God, I'm dying here.
Right.
Bruh.
Nothing's better than a cry due to achievement.
Oh man, and
That's
your
a good
friends
cry.
are fucking.
Yeah.
Come on. So, plane lands in Florida. She gets to some super, super swank WWE fat like campus hotel. You know what I mean? Like damn type shit. She walks to the pool and she sees a supermodel looking bitch get out the pool. And then the supermodel bitch is like next to all these other supermodel bitches. And she starts talking to them and she finds out they're all trying out too.
Okay.
And these girls are like supermodels, bro.
Okay.
That hot.
Okay.
And she's like, whoa. And they're kind of being a little bitchy. Not horrible, not crazy, but just a little bit.
Right.
She goes the next day to the next gym and she sees Vince Vaughn, right? And Vince is like, he's got them all lined up. He's like, we're going to access you to see who, has the strength and mindset to be the next champion and maybe the WWE champion in the future, right? And they're all like, they're all like, who's got the mindset? They're like, I got it, right? He's like, well, let me tell you something. There's two ways out of this, just like the Navy SEALs. I cut you, and he holds up a little horn. You honk this horn, and it all goes away. All your pain, you just walk home. No shame. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Just because the Navy SEALs, that the Navy SEALs, how they do the Navy SEAls.
I have no idea.
You know that to get in is like their training.
The training is insane. Yeah,
like beyond human shit.
Yeah.
Like they test you to that level.
Yeah, I had a friend who was like Air Force Special Forces, and the stories he told me were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would they put humans through crazy shit?
Because they have to weed out.
Yeah,
I get it.
The Navy SEAls.
You can't fucking have a weak link in that chain, dude.
Right.
So, but to do that shit, because I read a book on it. It's a great book. I think Lone Survivor. Yeah, Lone Survivor. What they do is, of course they'll cut you, but also you can at any point just ring a bell.
Yeah, and
it's done.
Yeah.
They stop yelling at you. They fucking collar you all the way. Yeah, it's over. You quit. Say like, hey, you honk this horn, but like this is how bad this is about to be.
Right.
You can but if at any point you can leave. He goes, welcome to the suck, ladies and gentlemen, and he smiles. Let's have some fun. Cut to, bro. Them niggas, he's working them niggas to death. Just drilling them. You want to squeeze the horn? No, coach. But you want to squeeze the horn? No, coach. You see back in where they're from, Zach still driving, picking everyone up for practice.
Right.
But he ain't smiling no more. Like during this montage.
Yeah.
Like remember in the beginning he was smiling, having a good time. And now he's still picking everybody up.
Lost the light.
He ain't got the light no more.
Okay.
All right. So, cut to back to the next gym. This is like a week's gone by, and Vince Vaughn goes, if I shake your hand, that means it's over for you. You've been cut. And he goes up to one person right next to Paige, shakes their hand. Everybody else will see you tomorrow. And everybody's like, and that one person has to leave.
Damn.
Vicious cuts, man.
That's vicious. Just one person? You
One person.
You don't even get to share that pain?
Nope.
Woo.
It ain't a lot of them, though, bro. We talking, it's only like 10 to 15 of these motherfuckers.
Okay.
So, but you're right. The pain of that is personal.
Yeah, that's a lot. Everyone sees you saying, and you're the first one. Ooh.
First one, and it's like awesome. Like, hey, I'm gonna shake your hand. You gotta shake, and you gotta be a man or a woman. You know, and be an adult. Shake my hand and leave. Peace out.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Tripping bitches down, head down, pop that pussy to the ground, you freak. Yeah.
I love you, dog. So we see back to the training montage. We see a couple ladies squeeze the horn and quit. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like people just quit, and he's like, it's all right, taking them off. Paige pushing her ass self to death. We see Zach's wife have the baby.
Okay.
And I love this shot. This was like, oh, this nigga can act. He has the baby, and the wife's holding him, and she hands it to him, and he's like, he's so happy for a second, and then he goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this nigga made me. You can feel his pain, bro.
Damn. Can you look his name up?
I'll look his name up for you. I can do that
I'm
for you,
very curious.
Name is Jack Loudon.
Oh, he's been in something. Can you click?
He's Scottish.
Can you click? Can you just see just his top Wikipedia? What it says he's been in. I feel like
the top thing. His biggest thing is a mini series on BBC, War and Peace.
Okay.
He was a star. He was starred in that.
Okay. Never seen him then.
Okay, yeah, because that's like the first thing, and then it's a million other things.
Okay.
Oh, he was in Dunkirk too.
Who was he in Dunkirk?
One of the pilots.
Okay.
He's one of the main, but one of the main, but that wasn't Tom Hardy. One of the other guys.
One of the three guys.
He's one of those.
Good career.
Oh yeah, the whatever that War and Peace thing was got crazy great reviews.
Right, and nominations and stuff.
And he got a lot of love for that. So I'm assuming, like you said, he must be some nigga in Britain.
Yeah.
But this thing, he got chops.
Okay.
He got chops. Yeah, I want to see if you recognize maybe the girl too when you see her. Maybe
what's
you might
her name?
recognize. What's her name?
Well, since we're here,
her name is that is fucking Cersei. Florence Pugh.
Oh, she's big. She's in like, wasn't she in Little Women? Little Women?
She's in Little Drummer Girl. She was in
Little
Lady
Drummer
Macbeth. Oh yeah, she was in Little Women. Wow.
Yeah, she's like a main.
Falling. Wow, she's had a great career. Holy shit.
She's like a name.
She's done a bunch of like big Shakespeare stuff too.
Yeah. Wasn't
no wonder
she
she can act so well.
Wasn't she nominated for an Academy Award for Little Women?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like.
She's from Oxford. 24. She kills this. Oh, this movie's. I'm telling you, bro. This is one of those movies where you're like, how did this? Where did this fucking come from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this just snuck by the world.
Right.
I mean, it didn't. It did great, but like, movie, nobody's even talking about it.
Right. Well, it was never meant to be super big, but it hit. It definitely hit.
Merchant knew what he was doing, bro.
Merchant always knows what he's doing. Shout out Stephen Merchant.
Bro.
Yeah.
You really became a big. You got me with this, John. I already liked you, and then this was like, nigga, you making me cry over here.
Yeah.
God damn, you found some actors. Like you casted it. Like you can tell you put he put his taste on everything. Like, oh, I'm gonna cast this perfectly. We're gonna get the people that look like the family members. Because when you see the end, when you see the actual people, you're like, oh wow.
Damn. Okay.
He wasn't like he had his touch on this.
I'm curious.
So we see Vince Vaughn talking to the wrestlers about like promo practice and how, you know, that's just as important. Wrestling, obviously, the talking is just as important as the wrestling. Like, you got to be able to cut a promo. You got to be able to look in the camera and talk shit.
Right.
Like, that's so important. I mean, which it is. That's the half the battle, you know? And because I love he said this. He said, you know, the WWE puts you on the roster. The fans keep you on the roster.
Okay.
I think that's a dope line for because it's like, oh, for wrestling, that's true.
Yeah.
If the fans hate you,
then what's the point?
You're done.
Yeah.
No matter how good of a wrestler you are. It's not like sports.
Well, it's the spark. You need the.
I mean, it's not like sports in that sense of like, as much as I hate Draymond Green, or let's say the world hates Draymond Green, that has nothing to do with him playing for the Warriors.
No, he will continue to play for the Warriors.
In wrestling, if everyone hates Draymond Green, like hates him,
like real hates him,
like oh man, we hate this guy. He's like not on some like, oh, Triple H, Undertaker, like it's some real love kind of there, but also like, man, I fucking hate this guy. He's not good. Why is he? You're gone.
You're gone.
Because they get to say. I love that. So I was like, oh, that's an interesting job.
It's a good line, too. Yeah, where it's like a social media influencer.
Yeah, almost,
It's
right?
like a live social media influencer.
It's like it's the crowd pressure is real for you.
right.
You don't get to just be like, oh, black out what the haters say. It's like, no, you kind of got to. What are they
You
saying?
gotta listen.
You
gotta roll with it.
You got to roll.
'Cause
Thank you.
if the haters are like, oh, he always does this, and then you embrace it, then you become a good heel. That's a whole different thing.
We always talk about a good heel.
Yeah.
We always talk. Me and you, we love a good heel.
We've had many conversations where we go, dude, embrace being the heel.
Oh,
We've
man.
had
Embrace
many
being the heel.
conversations about that.
Because it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good because you do it right. I mean, dude, people don't hate Triple H.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's the fun. You know, you don't hate Kobe Bryant for real. He's this like, oh, you son of a bitch, you keep winning. You know?
Yeah.
So
And then he dies, and you're like, oh, fuck, why am I crying?
I loved him a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, I mean, I never once. I mean, because I loved wrestling, and I
Yeah.
never once cheered for Triple H. You know who Triple H is, yes?
No.
You've never heard of him?
I've heard of him. I've heard of him.
Okay.
I didn't know he was a heel. If you
Oh,
would be
well,
like,
he's one of the most famous wrestlers of all time.
I know.
well.
Yeah, I do know that. If you were to be like, you know Triple H, I'd be like, of course. Do you know where he stands in the whole thing? I'm like, oh, no idea.
He's to school you a little bit. He's a famous, like one of the most famous heels
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I never cheer for Triple H, but yes, if Triple H died in a plane crash, I would be fucked up, bro.
Yeah. That's
Never cheered for him once.
yeah.
Just like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
never, but like, oh yeah, I would be like, oh my God, this guy brought a lot of joy to my life. Like a lot of joy.
A lot of entertainment. That stuff is important.
So important, man.
That stuff,
Really is.
entertainment is so important. We even I meant to say when we saw it in Apocalypto, they had a storyteller. That
Right.
shows the entertainment is an important cornerstone of any society.
Oh yeah, man. So they're cutting their promos, right? Talking their shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and Vince is kind of shitting on all of them. And then it gets to Paige, and she's like, my name is Paige, and I'm all the rage. You know, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog. And this dog bites hard. And then Vince is kind of looking at me, he's like, I love that when I heard it 20 years ago for the first time ever in a
Right.
wrestling promo. Like, how basic are you? You know what I mean? And she's like, well, people like it in Norwich. And he's like, yeah, because you guys don't have cable and running water. This is America, where we've heard things.
Yeah. It's the cutting edge of entertainment in America.
He said, you want to make it here, you got to be way more cutting edge than that. You got to be like The Rock, Stone Cold. You got to be jabroni live, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And you got to catch beers out the crowd. And like, you got to, what's the fucking real gimmick?
Right.
You know? So, cut to back, we see Zach in the ring in Norwich, and he's fighting a dude. And the dude's like laying thumbtacks on the ground and body slams him on the thumbtacks. And you see, he gets body slammed in thumbtacks, and his face still isn't. That light, like you said, the light is
the
gone.
light is gone.
But it's still like just got body slammed
right
on a table of thumbtacks.
He couldn't be bothered.
No, he's like, but he's not. It's like there's not like he's not selling it like earlier. We read him like, like wrestling. It's just like like it just hurts, and that's it. And then you see him sitting on the. This is also a tough shot because like, damn, he's sitting on like a dirty kitchen sink after just picking the thumbtacks out his back.
Yeah.
Just sad.
Oh,
Alone by himself.
that's very wrestler.
Very wrestler, like the movie.
Yeah, very the wrestler, I should say.
Yeah. He leaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets in his car, and he calls Mr. Morgan, and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Morgan, this is Zach, Paige's brother. I was just wondering if you got the new tape I sent you. I sent you guys another tape, show you, I've improved on some things, And Mr. Morgan's like, "Yep, brother, we got your new tape, and it's great, but that answer is still no." Okay. Bro, this is he goes, okay, is there, no disrespect, sir, is there anyone higher up maybe I could talk to just about this? He's like, no, there's not anyone higher up. But sir, please, you don't understand. This is my dream. This is my dream. I have a kid now. I made promises. He goes, hey, son, we are looking for something that you don't have and you will never have. I'm sorry. It's a spark. That's what we're looking for. And then he goes, so my sister has it though, huh? My sister has it? And he goes, son, this is a dark road you're heading down. Let it go. Let it go.
That's good advice.
Because it is like, hey, you're
blaming your sister for stuff.
You're heading down a road that can get real bad.
Yeah, you don't want you have a great relationship with her. You don't want this could definitely ruin that.
Also, I mean, he don't know, but like your older brother.
Yeah, so she looks up to you, and you can't be that.
No, your older brother.
Oh, your older brother. I forgot about.
Went through this.
I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he's not. But somebody should be like, hey, man, like the dad really should be the one that's like, hey, we saw your brother go through this.
Yeah, you gotta
snap out of this, man. You can't go down that. It's dark because it's dark. It leads to, like you said, getting into a bar fight and almost killing a guy.
Right.
That's where that leads. And he's like, he's like, son, let it go. I can't let it go. This is all I can do. Do you understand? This all I do is wrestle. This is all I know. Son, I'm going to tell you something. Find something else to do. I'm sorry.
Right.
Hangs up. Scene ends.
Okay. Well, hopefully he's getting it out now. Or it doesn't start selling drugs, which is probably what he's going to start doing.
At a practice,
Mm-hmm.
we see a girl, like girl kicks Paige for real, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like catches her in the stomach with a real kick.
Right.
And Paige is like, hey, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, sorry. She's like, all right, just, be careful. You fucking kicked me. And then they keep wrestling, and then she accidentally hits her. And Paige is like, fuck, hey, where did you learn how to wrestle? And the girl's like, I didn't. What? I was a model, and they asked me to come. And she's like, now Paige is like, the fuck?
All
She's
right.
like, well, okay. Well, look, if you're going to fucking do certain moves, you got to be careful. This is how people get hurt. And, like, she shows her, like, what to do. And while she's doing this, she accidentally elbows Paige again, like, for real.
Right.
And Paige slaps the shit out this bitch. Whack! Like connect. What? Ah! And then everybody's like, hey, what'd you do that for? And she goes, oh, relax, everybody. It was just a receipt. And like, what's a receipt? It's like a receipt. You fuck up, you get a receipt. That way you know you're not to, that way you know something. You remember.
Right.
That's why it's a receipt. You're never going to forget that, are you?
Yeah.
I slapped the shit out of you, didn't I?
That's a good thing. That's funny.
But in wrestling, that's a real thing. It's like
Right.
when somebody fucks up, you give them a receipt.
So they know that, like, oh, I
And you
fucked up.
fucked up. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
You can hurt me. Also, it is like a dance. It's like, hey, we have to be on the same page.
Yeah, because we
Or
get
I can.
seriously hurt.
Yes, we're already gonna get hurt, but we can I don't want to kill you. I don't want you to kill me. Like,
Right.
let's dance.
And our bodies are so much of our tool.
Yeah,
that we
and our
need.
living.
Yeah, our
providing for our families and all this. So, they start arguing. She's like, hey, and then finally Vince Vaughn comes over. He goes, hey, what just happened? And then she's like, hey, she fucked up. I had to give her a receipt. And then he's like, hey, we don't do receipts here. This is the WWE. This is that's backyard shit. This is professionalism. We don't do receipts. Hey, she fucked up. That's how she got to learn. I was always taught with receipts. Hey, we don't do receipts here. I don't care where you were taught. Well, look, the receipt's not going to hurt. Paige, I said apologize. Sorry. Let's continue. Paige is so like, the fuck is this shit, right?
Right.
So that night she calls her family and talks to her brother and her mom and dad. And they're like, the brother's listening, but he's holding the baby, but he's just hating life.
Right.
He ain't saying anything. You can tell he's just hating life.
Right.
And the dad's talking to her about like how we've been killing it since you've been left. Since you left, we've been selling like merch of you and like plastic dolls, and we've been making money and like all these things. And and the moms and they say also how when you come back, we set up a show for Christmas. When you come back for Christmas, where you wrestle your brother, and she's like, "Oh, Dad, I mean, you think people will sell it? Like, people will want that?" And he's like, "We already sold tickets," and he holds up all the money they already made. She's like, "Oh, Dad, oh my God!" He's like, "Oh, what? Come on!" Like, you can tell he's like a scam artist, but she's not like mad at him. It's more like, "Oh my, this fucking guy." He's like, "Oh, come on, honey, we're making a little money. It's good for the family."
Damn, they're already using her name.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
That'd be a big deal. Somebody in that small of a town that she might make it to the WWE. So. She's like telling her, they're like, look at all the money we're making now. You're not even on the main roster. Imagine if you were on the main roster, like what you'd be able to sell. And then she's like, I don't know if I'm going to get it on it, Dad. And they're all like, you will, honey, you will. It's going to be fine. So Paige the next day goes to talk to the hot girl about the receipt that she gave her.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, I'm sorry about that. She's just like, some of these girls are models and or like cheerleaders or some shit. And they're really just tits and ass. And, she's like insulting them. And the one girl's like, hey, I was a cheerleader. And the other girl's like, yeah, I was too. Like,
Right.
And they're kind of looking at it and she's like, ooh, you know what? I'll talk to you guys later. And she just kind of backs up, right? So they have a NXT match the next day.
Okay.
And when all those three girls come out, the three girls I'm talking about, they get big cheers. And when she comes out, because she looks all goth looking,
Right.
they're all the fans there are like, just quiet, right?
Right.
And people are like, yeah, 3 hot chicks and a dead bitch. Everybody's laughing and like talking shit about her. You see a hot girl grab the mic and start shitting on her.
Right.
Like, this fucking Harry Potter goth girl, I'm going to kick your back. Like just doing the wrestling thing. And Paige gets the mic and she freezes. Doesn't say anything. And the crowd's like, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Boo. And she's just like, and you see Vince Vaughn just like watching, shaking his head.
Right.
It ends. She has to leave. And you know this as a comic because I've been through this. When she leaves that night, She walks by everybody who's asking everyone else for autographs and pictures. Is that not a feeling as a comedian?
That's a bad feeling. That's a very relatable and terrible feeling.
I have been the brother. There is no that shit hurts, bro. When everybody's coming up to when the whole crowd is coming up to everyone else.
Yeah,
it's like it almost feels like they all talk to each other.
Yes, yeah. Like we all made this choice together while you were bombing.
Do not talk to that guy after the show.
Yeah, Jesus.
So, they're booing her. Right, she goes to her hotel room and just cries alone. Just cries. You see her brother drinking on the couch.
Oh, no.
The baby, his baby's in front of him just screaming, crying. He's just staring at the baby, drinking. Finally, the wife comes in. Jesus, Zach! And grabs the baby and, walks off. He doesn't even. Just keeps drinking. Yep.
Right. Oh, fuck.
Getting dark. Dark for Zach.
This is getting, it's just dark right now. It's dark for kind of both of them.
Yeah, so Zach drives the van the next day.
Right.
And, he sees his kids all waiting for him to get picked up for wrestling practice. And they're like, oh, what up, Zach? And they start walking towards the van. It's like 10 kids, 11 kids.
Right.
And he's looking at him, and he just goes, he just drives off.
Damn.
And they're all like,
what the fuck?
Hey.
Yeah.
Dude, we all been waiting. Also, this is come on, this was our day.
Yeah, this is our thing. This is the thing that we do.
Yeah. And, you see the drug kid who sells drugs, he's extra mad.
Right.
Also, I could have been making money, nigga. What the fuck? I do have to make money.
Yeah, and I stopped doing this on this day because you asked.
You asked me.
Yeah.
So then you see the blind kid just at the park waiting.
Right.
That scene sucks.
Oh.
Damn. Because he's just at the park. No one told him.
No one told him. Fuck.
So all the wrestlers, cut to the next day, all the wrestlers are hanging, and they don't invite Paige to their hang.
Right.
And she kind of feels bad. And she looks in the mirror. She's like, oh. She goes to a store. She gets a bunch of supplies. She goes to the bathroom.
Right.
The next day, she comes out. She's got blonde hair like the girls, and she's all tan.
Ugh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Like now she looks like them.
Yeah.
And the girls are like, oh, shit, you look different. She's like, yeah, just, blonde and tan now. And they're like, okay. So the next day, Vince takes them to the beach, and he works them out. Works like Navy SEALs. Works them out like shit. They're crawling up to the sand, doing all these crazy drills. They do this long race where it's just the 4 girls. They have to do this long race. It's like, come on, show me. Who wants to be the next Diva champion, lady? Who's going to be the next WWE Diva champion? Show me. And Paige is in dead last in this race. And Vince Vaughn's giving her shit. Oh, what? You got a makeover just to be in last. Who gets a makeover just to be in last place? What's it for, Paige? I mean, it is damn, that would really hurt your feelings, nigga. If you're last in this race and somebody's yelling this at you, right? And then she's they have to flip a tire 3 times to end it.
Right.
She flips it twice, and then she can't lift it the 3rd time. She's just too tired. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, God, well, go ahead and just quit. Here, quit. Go ahead. Put yourself out of your misery and put me out of my misery. And just blow this thing. And then she has it in her face, and she's about to quit. And then she's like, and she just grabs it, and she just throws it. You know what I mean? Get that thing out of my fucking face.
Right.
Vince Vaughn's like, and he looks at her with disgust. He's like, oh, next group. And he just, hey, well, next, back on the line. We're doing it again.
Right.
This is what this is.
Damn.
Also, I love that he said, because she couldn't flip the tire over 3 times, he said, how do you expect to flip your partner over in the ring 5 to 10 times a night, 300 nights a week, 300 days a week in a year when you can't flip this fucking tire once?
Damn,
this isn't for you.
This wrestling shit is hard as fuck. Jesus.
Because you're right, because he's like you can't flip her. That you're putting your partner in danger.
Right.
If you're tired.
Right.
That is crazy. It's if you're tired at the end of the match and not doing the moves right.
People will get hurt. Absolutely.
People die, bro. So, on the bus.
Right.
Paige she's all mad at herself, and she sees the girls up on the front of the bus kind of talking.
Right.
And she goes up to them because she thinks they're talking shit about her. And she's like, hey, if you say something about me, why don't you say it to my face, And they're like, no one's talking about you, fucking loser. Back up.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I know you guys are talking about me. I know you're talking. And they're like, hey, we're talking about her daughter, who she hasn't seen in months, and that's what we're talking about, since you have to know everything. Because we're not just tits and ass like you think. And then she's like, and then Vince Vaughn just looks at her and goes, ah, and starts laughing at her. You big dumb idiot.
Yeah.
Think you know everything.
Think everything's about you?
Think everything's about you.
Yeah. She's 18.
She's 18. So he goes, and Vince Vaughn, he sits by her, and he goes, Paige, let me ask you something. Because she's all mad. How does this end for you? And she's like, main roster, Divas champion. He goes, wow. Well, you proved that today, huh? You really proved you were worthy of Divas champion today, didn't you? She's like, and he goes, She looks at him. She goes, well, maybe I would. Maybe I'd look a little better if you put me in the ring with real wrestlers instead of these fucking like lame like models and cheerleaders. Why don't you put me in the ring with real wrestlers like my brother, and then I'll show you how good I really am. And then he goes, let me tell you something about your brother. He's a punching bag. He's all he is a journeyman. And if he even made it, and if he was going to make it to the WWE, that's all he'd ever be, a journeyman wrestler. And then she goes, that's not true. He goes, yes, it is. That's all your brother's going to be. Is that what you want? Do you really want me to? You say, yeah. He says, I can do that. I can bring him out here, but this is what's going to happen. I'm going to bring him out here, and he's going to go on the road 300 days a year, and he's never going to be around his wife. He's never going to be around his family, and his wife's going to start fucking cheating on him, and he's going to want to be a famous so bad, and he's going to want the respect of the world so bad, he's going to let the superstars, the actual superstars, do whatever to him. Throw him off 30-foot buildings, do this, do that, and then one day one of those stars is going to throw him off to a 30-foot building, onto a table, and he's going to break his shoulder and every rib in his body and fuck up everything. And the doctors are going to tell him, you're done. Your wrestling career's over. You can't wrestle anymore. And he's not going to want to hear it. He's not going to believe that. You're not going to tell me I'm not going to be a star. Not going to tell me my dreams aren't true. And he's going to keep going and keep getting farther away from his family and farther away from his wife until his wife leaves him. And he doesn't even see his kid anymore. And his kid won't even return his phone calls. And his sister, and he's like, is that what you want to happen to your brother?
God damn, what is it? He just spoiled the wrestler. He could have just done that.
She goes,
spoil the
right?
Yeah, Jesus.
So it's like, how many times does that happen to wrestlers?
That was the wrestler almost word for word.
Word for word.
Yeah.
Word for word.
That was the wrestler word for word.
Is that what you want? And then she goes, that would never happen to my brother. He goes, wow. He said, well, don't be so sure about that because I didn't think it would happen to me. And it did. It was his story.
Damn.
And she's like,
damn.
And then he goes, well, we never signed him and we're never going to. And right now, I don't think we should have signed you either. Just go wrestle with your family back in Norwich. That's what you want. And that's what makes you happy. Because I think that's how it ends for you, Paige. And he walks off. And she's like, cut to Christmas. She goes home. Mm-hmm. All right. She sees her family. You know, she's like, hey, where's Zach? And the mom and dad don't really say anything. They're like, oh, Zach's, he's good. He's good. We haven't seen him, right? They kind of brush it off.
Right.
You see them at the ring for the huge Christmas match that they set up.
Right.
You know, and it's packed. They got like all the whole town's there. And she sees her bro. She's like, hey. And he's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, kind of, it's awkward. He ain't talking to her.
Right.
And they're kind of standing next to each other. And she's like, I tried calling you a bunch. I called you like 10 times. And he's like, yeah, my phone's been off. She's like, okay. She's like, I've been wanting to talk to you. That's why I was calling, because I had to tell you first. I'm not going back. He looks at her. And she's like, yeah, it's harder than I ever thought. It's harder than I ever could have dreamed. And I can't do it, Zach. I can't. I'm going to quit. And I was hoping you could help me tell mom and dad. And he's like, yeah, no problem.
Damn. It's cold.
And she's like, thanks. They bring him out, right? All right, and here to wrestle Zodiac Zach. And he comes all out, does his thing. And then they're like, and the youngest WWE next person, and they're gonna be, in the WWE main roster soon, my baby, because she's so proud. She's
right.
like, she's like, Paige. Everybody goes crazy. And she comes out, and she's, does a strut, right? And they lock, like they're like, all right, ding ding, the match starts. They lock up, and the parent, she gets him in a headlock, and he's like. He gets her in a headlock and he's kind of squeezes kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like kind of hard. And
yeah.
she's like, hey, Zach, go easy, Zach, right? And he lets her go and the parents are like, hey, Zach, come on now. Right then, Zach grabs her and he does a fucking backbreaker. Like picture like this and just boom on it, like back on his knee. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that kind of move?
Yeah.
And she's like, ah! Like for real.
Oh, fuck. God.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
All right? Zach, what are you doing? And he picks her up and he fucking drops her on her neck, and he pins her. Zach, you're hurting me, Zach. 1, 2, 3, and the crowd's like, boo, boo, what the fuck?
Yeah, this was awful.
You see him walking out the ring, right? He's leaving, and he goes outside, he goes leaving, he's so mad, and then she comes and storms back there. She's like, hey, what was that? What's that? Some kind of joke? You could have broke my neck. And then the father and the mom are like, hey, what the hell's your problem out there, Zach? You could have killed your sister. Are you crazy? Don't do something like that. And he's like, oh, she's a big girl. She got in the ring. She knew what it was. And they're like, what's wrong with you? That's not how he wrestled with his family. You know better than that. And he's like, oh, she's a big girl. And she's such a big girl. Why don't you tell him the news? And she goes, Zach, not like this. He's like, no, you're a big girl. Tell him the news. She's like, it's quiet. And the family's like, what news? What? And he goes, she's quitting. That's what the news is. And she's like, you prick. He's like, you're welcome. And he just storms off.
Damn.
And of course, now the dad and mom are like,
what the fuck?
What?
Why?
What?
Yeah.
This is like everything they've ever dreamed could be true.
Right.
Their daughter may make it to the WWE. She's like close. She's made it through
She's
cuts.
right there. She's right there. Yeah.
What's happening? Look, Mom, I can't do it. All right, I'm lonely. I have no friends. I can't do it. It's hard. And then the dad goes, hey, it's the life of a wrestler. You did not know that. It's lonely. It's hard. That's it. That's what a wrestler, like, you know that.
It is what it is.
You know, and then she's like, but I want to be here. I want to be here with my family. You know, and he's like, you're supposed to do this for your family. She's like, yeah, but Zach's not there. And the dad's like, well, he ain't there. He ain't there. He's never going to be there. You're there. Focus on, like, that's
Focus on you for once.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
He's like, I want your son. You think I don't want him there?
But it's not the reality of the situation.
The reality is you're there, right?
Right.
And then she's like, and she goes to leave. And then the mom runs after her, and she's like, I'll talk to her. Because the dad's yelling. And the mom's like, hey, please, don't give this up. You know you've always wanted this. Don't give this up. And then she's like, I've always wanted this. This is what you've always wanted. And the mom's like, what do you mean? She's like, what do you want? My name's Soraya. That's your wrestling name, which is the mom's wrestling name.
Right.
She's like, you named me after your ring name. And she leaves. And the mom's like, oh, shit.
Ooh, that's deep.
I did name you.
After that's kind of crazy. That's a little bit crazy. That's very crazy.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
You're right, bro.
You're literally putting your dreams on this kid.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
Even though when you watch this, they're not bad parents. When you see them,
they're people.
They're really good parents.
They're people.
But they're not like, we've seen other people put their dreams on their kids, and it's like, oh, that's just like bad.
Dark.
This is a little more like, oh, they're just, like you say, yeah, they're just people.
They're
Just,
people, yeah.
You love wrestling, and Sam said it best, you're too close to see. Like somebody a little farther away needs to be like, hey, you know you're kind of putting your dream, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because you're just so close.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So that night they go looking, as a family, go looking for a brother because the brother never came home.
Right.
And they're looking for him, and the mom's like, the mom looks at her as they're looking for their brother in the van, and she goes, hey, we're not going to make you go back. And the dad's like, bull wankers, we're not going to make you going back. If I drag you, I'll drag you back myself.
I'll hit you on the telly.
I'll hit you on the telly, you know?
Yeah.
And then, she's like, shut up, you know, to her husband. She's like, we're not going to make her go back. If she wants to, she'll go back. And then he's like, oh, what about the family, this, that, and the third? And then the mom goes, hey, your oldest son is in prison. We're out looking for another one, not knowing where he is. Things aren't okay. So stop acting like it's just keep wrestling. And then the dad's like he shuts up. Like, oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah. Things are bad.
Your older son's in prison. Also, it's all because of wrestling.
Yeah, and your youngest son almost killed your daughter and now is out on the street.
We know he's fucking angry.
Yeah.
So Paige looks at her mom and she smiles, right? And then right then they spot their brother's car.
Right.
Like, hey, that's Zach's car. And you see him in a pub, and he bumps into a group of dudes on purpose. And they're like, hey, and the dudes are even like, bro, like, hey, man, relax. Like, they're not trying to, like, they're just like, relax.
Right.
And then he starts talking shit to him, like calling them wankers and like all this shit. And they're like, you gotta, like, what's your fucking problem, bro?
Right.
And then he fucking hits him and they start fighting. He takes on 5 dudes.
Damn.
And he starts giving them the business, bro. Like, he's fucking them up, and then they get, like, around him, and he's hitting them with pool cues, and he's got, like, the thing, and he's about to whack another nigga across the head, and the dad grabs him. Dad, come on! Stop! Hey, stop! And the son's so mad. He's just like, ah! He's like, hey, look, come on! Let it go! Let's go! And he looks at him, he's like, finally, like, comes to, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he takes him outside, and he leaves his family. Like, the dad's like, let me talk to you. And he doesn't want to talk to them. And then Paige is like, I'll talk to him. And she starts walking. She's like, talk to me. Just talk to me, Zach. And he goes, I can't even look at you right now, Paige. And she's like, just talk to me. And then he goes off, hey, could you imagine to have one dream your whole fucking life? Everything you've ever thought, every cell in your body is on this one dream. And your sister takes it from you. She takes that dream. And then she doesn't even want it in the first place because it's hard. And like, you know, he's fucked up. And she's like, I didn't take it, Zach. They didn't want you. It's shitty, but it's not my fault. Right. They don't want you. There's nothing I can do to make them want you.
Right.
You know? She's like, you don't have it. It's how it is. So you can either curl up on a ball and die, or you can move on. And he's like, move on with what? My life is nothing without wrestling. I was supposed to be in the WWE, and now my life's nothing. And then she goes, that's not true. Everybody loves you. You're teaching a blind kid how to wrestle. She said, just because people aren't cheering it doesn't mean it's not important.
He needed to hear that.
And then he looks at her, and he's like, he's just breathing heavy. And then she goes, and just for the record, it's my dream too. I didn't take it from you. And then he looks at her and he goes, well, then why are you throwing it all away? And he storms off.
That was a good scene. It was a good argument.
Good argument.
It was a good argument.
So the dad comes in her room the next night, and he's like, your mom was right. If you don't want to go back, that's fine. You know, I don't want you doing this for me or for her, because, Soraya, you're the spark in our life, no matter what you do with yours. And she like starts crying, and she hugs him. She's like, thank you. I needed to hear that, you know. And then she looks at herself in the mirror, and she grabs the belt she made. And then it's like in the mirror, she's looking at herself, and behind her are a poster of The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin also holding up the belts.
Okay.
And she's just looking at herself in the mirror, right? She goes back.
Hell yeah.
We see that she's got the black goth hair again now. She does, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like she has
a
piercings
better
again.
sense of herself.
She comes back, and then Vince is like, oh, well, are you sure you want to be here this time? Because you have to prove it to me. And she's like, let's go. Cut to montage. They're back on the beach busting her ass. She's giving everybody the business now. She's just out wrestling everybody. And the Mean Girls, she's starting to get a little cool with them.
Okay.
And cut to them late night, and she's like teaching them moves.
Okay.
And like she gets one girl, like her daughter, like a gift. And then one of the girls is about to like quit on the beach with the horn. And Paige slaps it out of his hand and doesn't let the girl quit.
Oh, damn.
And she like makes her finish.
Damn.
That scene goes. Also, I like a girl power scene that's not like, hey, she didn't run up and Asana and be like, girls can finish too.
We do it all the time. Just show us. Don't tell us.
How is that not girl power? And you go, fuck yeah. And you see at the end of this, like, she makes her quit, and then all the girls are like, when the girl finishes, she like collapses, and they all like jump up on her, and like, it's like, that's it. That's all I need.
That's all you need.
Because that's fucking you just show me people earning it. And then take gender and sex or race out of it, bro. People earning it is always inspiring.
Right. And people almost quitting and then finishing is also inspiring.
You don't need to, because how girl power was it without me saying one thing about girls?
Right.
And you were like, oh, I can already see it, and that's going to be a dope scene.
Yeah.
Right? When you already see it in your head, like,
yeah, and she's becoming friends, and she had no friends. She's really coming into her own right now.
Yes.
She's blossoming.
She's blossoming.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, like, cuts of them in the actual ring, and she's killing the next, like, ring things now.
Right.
That thing, that the D-League, whatever.
Yeah.
She's killing it.
Okay.
She becomes champion in it.
Oh, damn.
She's murdering it, all right? So it's cut time again. Well, she doesn't become a champion yet, but, like, she's on her way to becoming champion in it.
Right.
It's cut time again. Vince goes and he shakes the hand of two people next to her, right? Not her friends, though. And he goes, the rest of you, I'm not to say you're on the main roster yet, but I am going to give you a little bit of a reward. The rest of you are going to come with me to WrestleMania tonight. And they're all like,
oh, shit. That's wild. That's pretty wild.
yeah, right? And then you see, like, the actual WrestleMania stage, and you're like, damn, niggas, like in a huge football stadium.
Yeah. So that's big league.
Oh, that's the biggest.
Yeah.
So they get to just go watch.
Obviously.
But be behind the scenes, though, and mingle with the wrestlers.
And like take it in.
Yeah, and like you get to like, now you can talk to The Rock, and you're not just some fan.
Right.
Now you can be like, hey, I'm like in the next thing, and I'm on. Now it's a different conversation.
Now he can like give you some like more
rather
technical
than just,
knowledge.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So you see, they go to WrestleMania, and the oldest brother gets out of jail, and the parents are picking him up, and they're all hugging.
Right.
All right. Back at WrestleMania, we see the Big Show. Oh, you know who the Big Show is?
No.
Oh, one of the best wrestlers ever. The Big Show, the Giant. He's one of the the new Andre the Giant. Also, what it would be.
Next generation Andre the Giant.
Next generation Andre the Giant. Man, you've never heard of the Big Show because he was like the whole Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker.
I know nothing of the storylines, none of that.
No, I'm saying no. I mean, he was in movies and like that's. I'm like, man, you've never heard of the Big Show. The Big Bad Show tonight, Joe. The Big Show is like giant.
Yeah.
Giant man. So. God, really, that one, I'm like, wow.
Oh.
Isn't he interesting, guys?
I've heard of Marshall Falk.
Beaners. Isn't he fucking, how did he exist? I know you're wondering it too, and I wonder all the time. But I guess that's what this podcast is for, is that he's a fucking weirdo. Because without that, this wouldn't be a podcast.
No idea who the Big Show is. And I don't feel bad about it.
No, I mean, you didn't feel bad about not seeing Titanic.
No.
So yeah, clearly, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're just out of it, baby, and nobody's mad at you. So You not feel out of it? That's how you make it. Do you feel out of it or in the loop when it comes to pop culture? How do you feel?
I'm not like way out of the loop. I wouldn't say I'm out of the loop. I mean, I'm not like, I don't know the Big Show, but I wouldn't say that makes me outside of pop culture.
He's a real big one.
Okay.
That one's a big one.
That's a big one.
We can put that as a poll of like who knows the Big Show. It's a big one.
All right. Well, we'll put it up in a poll because I'm curious.
I mean, poll be damned.
All right.
Poll it or not, it's a big one.
Right. But I just.
That's what I'm like. It's like no. I mean, also the whole podcast is about that you're not into pop culture. That is the podcast.
Yeah.
The whole podcast is that you haven't seen some of the biggest movies in pop culture. Like
that's
that.
fair. Yeah.
Would you not agree that that's the podcast? What do you think the podcast is?
That is true. That is true. But I don't know. I've never been like, oh, I'm outside the loop.
You don't feel outside the loop?
No, not really.
I would say, this is my opinion on you.
Uh-huh.
You're 50-50. You're 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah. But
you're outside the loop.
That's not completely outside, though. That's still a foot in.
Yeah, you're foot in.
Yeah.
But you're outside. You're
yeah,
a foot
both.
in.
I'm
You're
both.
you're not like a guy. You haven't seen movies. Like Men in Black. You don't know who the Big Show is. You don't know pop culture sometimes.
Yes, that is true.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I think our fans would be like, oh yeah, that's why I listen, because that one guy doesn't know shit, and the one guy knows shit way too much about this random pop culture stuff.
That's fair. But no, if you're asking me how I feel, I've never felt outside the loop.
You don't feel outside.
I don't feel outside the loop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. So we see Vince while she's backstage talking to the Big Show and shit. You see Vince come grab Paige.
Okay.
Right, and he goes,
Okay.
"Hey, we need you upstairs in like this big office and shit." Mm-hmm. She's like, "Okay." She walks in. She's like, "What the fuck?" And right then, The Rock comes in.
Oh damn.
She's like, "The fuck?" And he's like, "Hey, Paige." And he's smiling. She's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I need your phone number, like to your family. What's your family's phone number?" He's like, "I'm sure they're watching WrestleMania right now." She's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Well, I want to call him." And she's like, Vince Vaughn leaves.
Right.
And closes the door. And she's like, "Am I in trouble?" Right? And then cut to you see her family watching WrestleMania, and then phone's ringing. And then the dad picks up the phone. "Who the hell's calling me during WrestleMania? If you know me, you know better than that."
Yeah.
Right? And then he goes, "This is Dwayne Johnson. Some people call me The Rock." And the dad's like, "Bullshit. Who is this?" He's like, "It's The Rock. Prove it. If you smell what The Rock is cooking." Wanka. Hangs up.
Yeah.
And the daughter's like, Dad, it's really him. It's him. Oh, shit. Mr. Rock, sir? Hello, Mr. Johnson?
Rock.
Sir Rock?
Yeah.
You on the speaker? So he's like so nervous.
Right.
And then he goes, "Hey, I just want you to know I've been keeping tabs on your daughter. And apparently from him and the GM over here at Next and Vince Vaughn, the head of WWE, apparently your daughter's looking really good. And like really good. And I just heard some big news, and they asked me to deliver it to you. They said, and I think it would be a big deal to deliver to you. And Paige's time with NXT is over." And the family's like, and Paige is like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Because tomorrow night, she will make her debut live on Raw, fighting AJ Lee for the Divas Heavyweight Championship, for the Divas Championship
Damn,
title.
she gets the championship fight immediately.
Debut.
Damn.
This is true.
Damn.
Her debut at 18 years old was fighting for the belt.
That's
I had to look it up.
Fucking crazy.
They believed in her that much.
That's fucking crazy. She definitely, whatever she had it. Whatever that it is. People have that
People
it,
have
man.
it, man.
People
You're
have
right.
that it. It's crazy.
You're right, brother.
It's crazy, and you don't get to choose whether or not you have it. And no matter how
hard you work, because look how hard her brother worked. It wasn't like her brother tried to cheat it.
Right.
Her brother tried to earn it, man. And
you couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
You just didn't have it.
Because he didn't have whatever this is. The thing that makes people.
Yeah.
I mean, even like, also think about a guy like Vince McMahon. This is a multi-billion dollar company. He's not an idiot.
Right.
He's not going to give somebody a debut for the belt.
Yeah, if they clearly don't have it. She clearly has to have it, like, way.
It's in her gene. Also, and then you find even like, oh, this girl's been wrestling since she was 13. Oh, this is in her blood. Like,
right.
Oh, this is like on some Rock shit. This is also why The Rock, because this is a famous documentary. That's how the movie got made. Mm-hmm. It was a famous story that became a documentary.
Is Paige the real wrestler name?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, it became a famous documentary. Mm-hmm. Rock saw the documentary,
right,
and connected with it like super hard because he's from wrestling family.
Wrestling family. Yeah, mm-hmm. yeah. I knew that.
So that's exactly. So that's how the connection though for the like that's how this movie happened. So I thought that was really interesting too.
That is cool. This makes sense why he wants to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. So the family's like, oh my God. They
Also, in
screaming.
terms of acting, to be in Little Women and a movie with The Rock in a span of 2 years, that's a pretty good range.
Oh, this girl, I
girl,
told
she
you.
can act.
I didn't know all I told you was, bro, these little two British motherfuckers can act, nigga. But I thought they were nobodies.
Yeah.
I just thought they were both no names. And I mean, apparently the one guy's doing very well in Britain.
Yeah.
And she's killing it over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure for him, this was a great introduction to America because he looks great in this. The son.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Because in Dunkirk he didn't have any lines, but this, we get to see some depth and some range and
real depth. This is a character with huge depth.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, get deep in
All
the
right,
character.
okay. Hey, dude,
Get deep.
son.
Jack London, what's your name? Get fucking
I've never said this on a podcast,
so deep in that character, bro.
and I'm only gonna say it once.
Get as deep as you fucking can in that fucking character, dog.
Put your goddamn balls away
Fucking deep.
when we podcast. Put your goddamn balls away right now.
You've never asked me to do this before. Can we do the podcast without the stench of ball air? Can we even do it? Are you ready for that?
You're right. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just. I think I am. You don't know what this means, does Rock? Thank you, the family. Obviously, the family's losing their fucking mind.
Right.
She won't lay down. We love you, princess, and I love you, Mr. Rock. the dad, and they're all looking at him.
Right.
And then you see Zach sitting there, and he still doesn't know how to feel.
Right.
He's still just like, because you can tell it's like, oh my God, this is like, I'm imagining like this is happening.
Right.
It's happening in real time.
This
My
is
little
wild.
sister's about to fight for even if
The
she
belt.
whether she wins or not, she's fighting for the belt.
Yeah.
My God. So, you see like the Rock and her walk out the room, out the office, and Vince says, "Hey, what up, Rock?" And Rock's like, "Hey, what up? Morgan, good to see you." They kind of shake hands, say, "What's up?" And then the Rock walks off. No, and then Vince kind of walks off, and then she looks at the Rock and she goes, "You know him?" And the Rock's like, "Yeah, whatever his name is, I forgot it, like Morgan or something." She's like, "Oh yeah, man, that guy once threw himself off a 30-foot cage onto a table for me just to make me look good. That guy's crazy." And he walks off, and she's like, "Oh, this shit's deep."
Yeah.
Like, oh, this world is.
This world is it's a cold business, as Earl Skakel would say. It's a cold business.
And if you've been fine, you got to be cool with like, hey man, I made the Rock look, and that's what your job was.
Right.
Your job was to make him look good.
If you can accept it, you can do good things with your life.
Preach, bro. If you basically you're saying accept being a role player.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And which is great. I'm not. Yeah. Being a role player can get you rings.
A lot of rings.
like
Robert Ory. Look at
7.
that, 7 rings.
Dude, just role player.
Role
Also,
player Hall of Fame.
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
RPHOF.
I think should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean,
I heard Shaq and Kenny and them talk about it, and they all were like, it's crazy that he's not.
yeah, it comes down to, right, stats versus moments, right? Where
Who has more moments than him?
the argument for players against him are the stats aren't there. And unfortunately, I would say the people who vote for Hall of Fames care about numbers way more than I think
Iconic moments.
iconic moments. It's the same as like Eli Manning, of just like he probably should be in the Hall of Fame, but there's going to be a fair amount of people voting against him, and it's like, will he make it?
Well, Eli will get in because he's a quarterback, and
he's a
won,
Manning,
and he won won NFL, Super Bowl MVPs and
Right.
things like that. Robert Ory was just a role player.
Right. So I guess it's more like Devin Hester.
Yeah,
He's
Something
like
like
Devin
that.
Hester, and Devin Hester
no,
should be in the Hall of Fame. I
he
think.
should. I think so too. But it's weird to not say because it's like how many role players won the team 7? It's not like because Robert Ory. I mean, he's called Big Shot Bob
For a
because
reason.
he won the Lakers a ring, he won the Rockets a ring, and he won the fucking Spurs a ring.
Right.
Like off his shot, his buzzer beater in the
Oh,
playoffs.
That Kings buzzer beater was insanity.
And he's done that multiple times. He did it for the Rockets.
Yeah.
He did it for that one with the Lakers, and he did it again for the Spurs. That's why he's got the name Big Shot Bob because he does it in finals too.
So he's Adam Vinatieri.
That's who he. And how do you not put Adam Vinatieri in the Hall of Fame?
You're right. Adam Vinatieri 100% deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And if he's not in the Hall of Fame, I'm going to burn it down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If Vinatieri's not in it,
in 10
what is it?
years, if Vinatieri's not in the Hall of Fame, I'm burn it down.
Then it's like, oh, this is not even a real thing.
Yeah.
So, the next day, the oldest brother is the oldest brother, right? He's working out with Zach.
Right.
Remember the older brother that was in prison?
Yeah.
He's working out with Zach, and they're talking, and he goes, the oldest brother, he's so excited, obviously, for his sister's match. He's like, can we believe, oh my God, she's wrestling for the fucking title. This is crazy.
It's wild, yeah.
Right? And then he goes, man, it could have been you. That's what Zach says. So the oldest brother, it could have been you. And the oldest brother's like, no, it couldn't. He said, like, oh, nigga, I've been in prison. I have time to think about this.
Yeah. I am more wise than you.
Yeah, that shit was not meant for me.
Yeah.
It's clearly meant for her, considering she's the one doing it.
Right.
He goes, no. He's like, no, that shit wasn't meant for me. And he goes, man, she had something I never had. He goes, what? He goes, you coached her. I didn't have that. And he goes back to working out.
Damn.
And you see Zach's like,
oh, duh, just play the role. Play the role, and I'll be 100% happy.
I helped get her there. And
Yeah.
that was my job. That was my job.
That was my job.
I got my sister, helped get my sister to the mountaintop.
Right.
I mean, there ain't no higher, baby.
No, champion.
This is it. First, also debut. Sky's the limit on where her career is going to go.
Right.
If we're debuting like this.
Yeah.
So, older brother's like, damn. So that day he gets in the van again, and he goes to pick up all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and gets the drug dealer dude, and the drug dealer dude's mad at him. He's like, come on, man, please get in the van. Forgive me.
Right.
He's like, all right, he gets in, and they go get all the other boys, and they pull up on the blind dude who's sitting there, like, got the music blasting, and the blind dude, he's still sitting there, but he's, like, mad.
Right.
He's mad, right? And then you hear the door open, and Zach goes, so you deaf as well now, mate? Come on. And the blind kid's like,
damn.
like, big smile.
Damn.
And he turns around, and you see him come over there,
Mm-hmm.
and then cut to in the gym, we see the blind kid climbing the ropes, and everybody's like, you can do it. And he's, like, literally, like, getting on the top, and he jumps off and does a wrestling move.
Damn.
And everybody's like, ah! They all freak out in the gym.
Damn.
Super hard, bro.
Damn.
So cut to that night.
Mm-hmm.
15,000 people.
Whew.
Raw. You see John Cena actually, but like the real footage of John Cena walking out that night. For
Right.
real.
Okay.
Like you see that, right? Because he had a match that night.
Okay.
So you see him walking out, and then you hear back in the back room, you see Vince go, hey, Paige, you're up. She's in the locker room. She's like, hold on. She's all nervous. She's like panicking and shit. And then her phone keeps ringing. She finally answers it, and it's her brother.
Okay.
And she's like, Zach, I can't do this. I'm gonna choke. I won't go over with the crowd. There's no way nobody's gonna like me. This is. Oh my God, I can't do this. And then you hear Vince Vaughn like, Paige, let's go. This is live TV.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. We gotta go.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Zach, I can't. And he's like, hey, just be you. And she's like, nobody wants to see some lame kid from like Norwich or wherever. Like somebody knows some lame goth girl from Norwich. And he's like, hey, who else is gonna be some lame goth girl from Norwich?
Oof. Good line.
Who else is gonna do? Who else?
Someone's got to. That's it's a role that's needs to be filled in this world. Yeah.
Take it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, "You're a goddamn knight. Wrestling's in our blood, and that's what you're gonna do tonight, right?" And then she's like, "Okay." And he goes, "And by the way, you have something that I don't have. You had something I don't have, and you've always had it, and I've always known it." And she's like, "What? That extra something." And then he says some jokes like to make her laugh.
Right.
She's like, thanks. He's like, now go win that crowd over. Hangs up. She runs out. You see the Divas champ, AJ Lee. That's who the Divas champ was.
Okay.
And this woman apparently has been like the champ for the last like crazy, like 3 or something years or whatever. And she
right,
had,
a
like,
long time.
Crazy reign. Like she undefeated, like she didn't lose a bout and all that. Like, they set it up.
Right.
Like, this is going to be a huge match.
David versus Goliath.
Yes.
Right.
The new, brand new versus the legend.
Yeah.
Right. And, everyone at home, of course, all our family and friends are all watching together and shit. And you see the girl grabs the mic, the AJ Lee girl, because Paige comes out and she's like, "I've been reigning Divas champ, of all the best. I've been the greatest champ of all time, the longest reigning champ of all time." And she's talking, she's like, "Who's gonna beat me?" And then you hear Paige's music come in, like, and she walks out all like tough. And then they go, "Who is this?" From apparently Norwich, England, and the NXT company, Paige with her first opportunity to impress this crowd, and they're like, the crowd's like, who, like you can see, like, who is this, like, kind of thing, right? Which is like, oh man, Vince, he's smart to set that up.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Adds an element of. I mean, Vince McMahon just
dude knows how to
write a soap opera.
Goddamn right, brother. So right then, all the lights hit her, and she doesn't say anything, and the other girl starts making fun of her, right? Mm-hmm. And you see Paige is frozen, and her family's like, "Do something, and people start booing her, and the crowd starts booing and booing louder and louder, bro, and then you can see she freezes, and the other girl's very smart because she's a pro. Like she not in like a mean way, just like notices what's going on and grabs the mic from her. She's like, "Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna let you talk. I'm just gonna handle you like I handle every other one of you bitches that comes up against me, and just slaps her and starts the match.
Okay.
It's like, oh, that's a super smart veteran move. Of like for her to like, all right, how do I help her get out of this?
Right.
Oh, I'll just start fighting. Because she's clearly frozen right now.
Smart.
You know? And then finally Paige like realizes what's going on and like punches back and starts fighting, and the girl's like, come on. You know, and then they start wrestling, right? And then the crowd starts kind of going crazy. You see it, she like fucking huge body slam. Like and then Paige fucking body slams her like off the ropes again, a huge body slam. And then you see like back in Norwich, remember Steve Merchant and his wife?
Yeah.
They're like, take that, you bitch! They're like cussing at him and shit.
That's awesome.
That's the family's like, oh shit. So you see, she slams Paige again, and she goes for the pin. 1, 2, and then Paige kicks out last second, and then she puts her in like her famous like Black Widow submission hold or whatever.
Right.
And she's like, and they're like, Paige has got to tap out now. She is definitely not gonna. She has to tap out. This can be bad, right? And then then Paige gets out, and she gets the girl in a move that her brother was doing the whole movie. It's called the Zack Attack.
Okay.
And she does her brother's famous move, and everybody at the house is like, oh, that's the Zack Attack. That's your move. That's your move, right? And he's like, oh shit.
Damn, that must feel so good.
1, 2, 3. The family's like, oh my God, your new Divas champion, Paige. You see the dad, bro. This nigga kills it. He's just like, just no, you know what I mean? He can't. He's just in a chair like, and the family's like, he's just like, he just can't fucking say it. He just can't. I love the show. They hold him too.
Damn.
You know. She gets the mic. She grabs it. She has the belt. I'm from Norwich, England. And this is for my family. Bruh.
Who?
And any outsiders, my name is Paige. And this is my house now.
Oh, damn.
Her family back home. Her family going fucking crazy at the house, bro.
Right.
Just like tearing shit up. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like,
right.
I would be fucking losing my mind, bro, if my sister won the
championship.
belt.
Just any sort of championship.
I'm losing my fucking mind. And then she grabs the mic and says, this is for my family.
And this is my home now? Oh,
God.
Or this is my house now? Oh.
Freeze frame. Paige remains the youngest diva champ in the history of the WWE.
Damn.
Her popularity and influence helped usher in the women's revolution, gaining more respect and airtime for women in the WWE. Zack continues to wrestle in a tag team with Roy, his older brother, and trains new recruits in his WAW school in Norwich, England. His blind student eventually went on to become a professional wrestler.
Damn.
How hard is that, bro?
That's awesome.
How hard is that?
Damn.
Fade out. Credits start rolling. We see vids of them as actual kids wrestling.
Oh, wow.
Like the real videos of them is like 10, 8, 9. You know what I mean? You see the real mom and dad. They killed it with the look just like them.
Yeah, it's kind of like Christian Bale and The Fighter.
Oh, yeah. And they look just like them. Just like that, where you're like, whoa.
You nailed it.
And you go like, and it makes it like, oh, this really happened.
Damn.
And it's shots from the documentary. That's what you see. So you see them. You see her telling the story of the first time she ever wrestled was her dad was short of a 13-year-old. And she had like, her dad was a young person.
Right.
And she had to do it and she didn't want to do it. Like you see her telling the story of the documentary.
Right.
It's great. Like, damn,
and
bro.
She sort of fell in love with it.
And you see her in that wrestling match and she falls in love with it.
Damn.
And more videos of them training and working out. And you see the dad, the actual real dad, and he looks in the camera and goes, we're a family of bloody wrestlers and we're making no apologies for it. None. We're wrestlers. That's what we do. Like, you know what I mean?
Damn,
like, you take, like
fucking Conor McGregor.
Bro, this no apologies.
Yeah.
We wrestle, you know? And then, bro, this what got me. You see the video of her leaving for America with the real video of all her friends there, just like the movie, all her family. They're all in tears, you know, cheering for her as she's walking off. Everything. Ooh. And then you see the actual shot of the real Paige winning the match. And her family, just like he got the frame for the way the living room is everything. He got the way the living room, all of it. And you see the actual video footage of them
the family watching
her win the belt, going, and the dad freaking out, fighting with my family.
Fuck, I'm gonna cry like a little baby. Oh my God, what an inspirational, great story.
No girl power bullshit.
No, just a great story.
About a weak female lead.
Mm-hmm.
It can be done, Hollywood.
You say weak female lead?
No, I said with a
female
female lead.
Just very strongly.
But I meant like
Yeah.
without any girl power bullshit.
Yeah.
Without any of the girl power bullshit.
Just tell the story. Tell a story. Don't tell the story. Don't give us rhetoric.
Yep.
Just tell the story.
Just like that, yeah. Just tell the. I mean, of course, they moviefied it. Like I went and looked and like, of course, some of the things weren't.
Obviously,
but the accuracy. But yeah, her first bout was for the belt, and she beat the AJ Lee girl.
Damn.
That's real.
Damn. Well done. Well done, Paige. Shout out to Paige.
Apparently, at one point though, she did get like she was let go of she was cut.
Really?
And she had to come back, and she had to get back in and try it again. Like she got back in and still did it.
Crazy.
After
well,
being cut.
it's even crazier.
I guess in the movie they were like, oh, we don't need this is
just
already.
the initial ascent is a great enough story as is.
And the brother being cut is plenty.
Yeah, that's a lot of emotion going on there.
A lot of emotion.
Right.
Brother's great, man. he's such a good big brother in this.
I can't
And
wait.
the depth of the actor that he got.
Good job. Shout out to that guy as well.
And I didn't know the woman was a big badass.
Yeah, like a really great actress.
Like really great, apparently. I mean,
Yeah.
God, she's great in this, man. This movie, so fucking good. Made $41 million in the box office on an $11 million budget.
Damn, quadruple.
98% on Rotten motherfucking Tomatoes, dude.
Good job. Good job, Stephen Merchant. Good job.
Right? I wonder if it made if it got any awards.
What is this written? Can you look up Stephen Merchant's thing and see what is this written around filmography wise for him?
What do you mean?
Like, I just want to see what else Stephen Merchant is doing at this time.
Oh, okay.
I'm very curious. This is
Well,
2019.
he wrote it by himself too. No, not like you know what I mean? He wrote this.
This is 2019.
This was 2019.
2019. So, he's also in Jojo Rabbit at this time.
Yes, and The Good Boys. That movie. Remember the Good Boys movie with the rated R movie with the kids?
Oh, with the kids. Yeah, he was in that movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that movie. I like that movie.
Oh, and he was in Sherlock Gnomes.
Well, because he's in Sherlock Holmes. So why not also be in Sherlock
come
Gnomes?
on, babe.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot he was in Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
And then
As an actor.
And then he's my favorite. I'm not even gonna say that movie that he's in, but that's my favorite because it's on the podcast.
It's on the list. Okay.
That's one of my favorite movies that he's in. And
I'm
and I mean this movie's amazing that he directed, but was this his first directing thing? This might have been his first actual directing piece.
Damn, if that's his first directing piece, fucking good job.
I mean, it might have been, bro. Let me see, because I'm actually curious now.
Oh, now IMDb. God, the internet's so awesome. You can just find everything like that.
Bro, the internet is just get your dick.
Well, it does do stuff to your dick as well.
That it does.
Yeah, you can't find it.
No, I was looking for his name, but I was laughing. All right, I'm trying to see what else this nigga got coming out that he's gonna direct. I want to know. All right, Fighting with My Family, and then he's directed some British TV stuff. Oh, bro. Oh, yeah. This was his first movie.
He directed the original Office.
Well, yeah, and then, I knew he was in that. Yeah,
he co-wrote that.
Co-wrote it, and then he directed a lot of the episodes. 14 of the episodes.
Yeah. Directed one of the American Office.
One of the American ones, and then that show Extras with Ricky Gervais, and then a lot of stuff with Ricky Gervais. Obviously, they must be good friends. And then the Fight with My Family movie, though, that's the first movie, big movie.
Damn, good.
Knocked
good
it out
debut.
the park, dude.
Good
on
debut.
your first one.
Good debut. Probably gonna get more offers later.
Oh,
especially because it made money, quadrupled.
Quadruple money, and then
get a bigger budget.
Great critically was murdered it.
Yeah,
very well critically received as well. So, yeah, that's how you get another movie.
That's how you do it. I'm excited to watch
you like it, buddy?
Yes, I'm excited to watch this. This is right on my alley. I'm gonna cry, and it'll be good.
Oh yeah, fun. You're gonna love it.
I'm
and it was not the movie you guessed.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Fortunately. See you guys in a couple days.